And it is a special day, and of course, somebody send then a house of EZRA, the senior prophet apostle general Kofi Amponsa, move a very powerful program. Shasi Enra, yes, Enra, and then so it was so now I think watch now, and then watch night. Tibomodine Shayen, La Paz, house of EZRA, on crime, and I pay. I make can say bibia wa nemre. Ya mama oda China na Krendu Ajiman Rollins. She had a good time, a wonderful days, and then she's off. But what will you be remembered for when you are no more? Maurefi said the memory of our late first lady Krendu Ajiman Rollins. At least said they are canon 31st December the women movement my Ghana. Anyway, these are issues but I will pay you a lot of issues I be dealing with. I do see good morning. Someone here. Someone so here. Now can so here. We bless God for your life and we thank God for where He has taken us to.
Sure.
ENRA Parliament concluded debate on budget, and in this budget was one of the major issues by so official letter has come from Miaminia Asante.
Yes.
Edia Koma, the President of the Republic of Ghana, over Kumasi Accra Road, describing it as what?
As it's not necessary.
No, as a waste.
Yes. We are express road no.
Express road.
The express one no. I say no we didn't be about 2 hours no could do crano.
Right.
We didn't be 2 hours no. No could do crano.
Right. So that is the allegation of the finance minister.
Former minister
former that is
road
minister. Now young kwa must clarity to that effect, because you must be say if there were an alternative and getting new one, Ghana started to be a the former road minister and member of parliament at the Bantama constituency. Higher EZRA TV, EZRA radio. Meeting at the Reverend Daniel Kofi Asante Ennin. Just 9 minutes to hit 7 o'clock. Senior Asante Wachi, good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Adam. We are my sorry, Ben Sudi, means Uncle Christ in tea. This year. Anyway, so I'm not winning my subject, and I'm a one. Sure, because 3 days ago, me say who donated 100,000 at the Bantama Hene for Ahimfia or Muesino, right? Among several other projects, I'm who saying, oh yeah, and I think you are doing great. But the whole country is surprised hearing the finance minister say officially what to the president say express road almost intend to do a wasteful, and as a former road minister man for say what do you know Ayenimuntia or describe that project as wasteful?
Yo, the kind of for in check is what for. To adese o bantama o mo adumti na me esun e wo masebegehie osofo so we need say Accra Kumasi road no highway no and only the busiest trunk road e wo Ghana. In Ghana, about a third of Ghanaian population, which is about 10 million Ghanaians, rely on this road. And it's connecting the two biggest cities in the country, Accra and Kumasi.
Sure.
The project is here, so we are aware how we are here. Now, President Kofi is soon at the EZRA 94.1FM highway. First, no, even now, a good session, and yet highway. And you know, yen dual carriage. So the a bay so free a car no Kumasi. no interruption, no burn, no curve, no frustrate inside the
EZRA 94.1FM.
Was starting from Turtle, Echo Pim, Taifa, and all year in our dual carriage. And I in Cockwan so obey highway to see a true cooling chain. First, I'll call all conquer and I'll find Coco.
Sure.
Obey bypass me. What I bear back into in Shawum.
EZRA 94.1.
It's a woman to a Pegasi, a highway to see a Usiswa, no burn, no kill. Now, and it's what who needs a competition who really went to Yena. A buying a free, so President Kofi buying a free. President Kofi buying free, Professor Mills, any President Mahama, and a buy,
EZRA 94.1.
8 years from buying that project, no, or man to us, so they abandon it. And then I could for buy. And also, there be a tour project, so. And obey bypasses, Usino, and Coco, Konongo, in Yinam, and the English, see, make a say.
EZRA
94.1. A buy buying or Majai, if you say, your Mao Muska and for us, and a balance to indicate to say, or Munya project in Libya. And see, Yawana, beginning of the year, no. Maybe the about for the bad and catch on say more abandoned than the project instead of Kofi or more abandoned. Now a project is near power more man. And see, one almost so they buy say project require they want to abandon it, but now Omako something completely different. So, and I mean, I say already no, the difficult action. Yeah, major intervention over the existing project now. President Kofi started and then Kufu the best to us. Na Ghana hano yeah project na ban for bar na wa best system. Enti your constitution kura na wo mu say as I say aban bia ba project that there wo hono so ti to aso. Enti the main catch aban ni say
EZRA 94.1.
Especially when you don't have abundant, unlimited resources. Now you see that work for me. The air starting air question. You now you are star advantages or more can say they propose one on some of the banner. Star advantages in your living free. The existing project now, almost to cut. Travel time. This one will cut travel time. It will reduce travel costs. It will reduce accidents. It will increase productivity. It will enhance economic development. The existing will achieve that. And see, now and when he has said, yes, I put the for. That was the PDR. And we are not the other one is work at home. The other saw in the home. But same project I have now, you are going to abandon it today. And a project also mobile and so. Maybe the beginning it will take about 6 years to complete. Now 6 years now mobile complete. Now existing roads are more abandoning. You don't know the economic effect, the physical effect on the road when it's abandoned for 6 years. Then you to ready. You said, baby, baby, I say, me may have breast of crown. Yeah, the my contract say, yeah, no, ye, say, the bear, drivers, the commuters, no, among property when they are using the road. And then that project has been abandoned.
But me senior Asante watch and yet the same project I must start here, Pokuase and Sawomwa, and who they just about 2 months ago. President Nakra visited, you know. Some of they've gone back our moya wojuma. And I'm what?
Being in our account, of Franco, it's a be now walk.
Yes.
No, it's part of the massive dualization project.
Echia no masa abandonana.
No.
I know the omoye.
I know the omoye, but I'm talking about from Accra to Kumasi.
Sure.
You were, you see, because you were. Udru Apeja Junction.
Yeah.
94.1.
Edekwa kosi nkoko yendiem.
Sure.
Nye dual carriage.
Aye.
From nkoko ekosi fumesa yendiem. Enti no na Osino bypass koso. Konongo bypass koso. Enyireti ene enyinam ni na koso. Na that bypass is here make us na le kado let's start here no. Say yetimi wi a na driver to fatwa. And on point, let me reduce the travel time no by 2 hours. What Konongo these days go do Konongo, it takes you about 1 hour. Now we would traffic more.
Sure.
And to the plan is year after that the outskirts of Konongo.
Konongo, okay.
Which is called the bypass. And not America say abandon say abandoned. Any other dualization west what's why to say and also the start you're computing. Almost yes, route to medium. No be different route altogether.
Now at this project not the source of funding ever hin na next cano ebi wo ho a ombeto ye.
Oh, a government of Ghana funds the day.
GOG.
Say GOG funds any the day. You see the problem with our road, let's say ideally a road like Accra to Kumasi. I think you be to say BOT, private sector be the Nifikaba. Now, we are what the toll booth system, what the Jinuska. And so for years now, private sector be bar or check the volume of traffic on the road now. What did there be? We will meet in the Jinuska, and the Sika be sure meet in the general come and person and the Yamasika. Most of no majai. It's a buyer say the private sector and three form Sika Madi and any kakaka. It's in a site where you support taxi, yeah. No, yeah, and not Fuado, and so much. The guy said, the next Fuado are by, and we are looking at having a private sector. You come and build and operate and transfer to government later on, having recoup its investment. But for more mobile, they didn't find the road to be economically viable for their investment. And you know, Omanye, if you are buying, say the Sika. So, if you are buying the Sika, major interventions were so bad. I also want to give, just like after President Kofi no man to us. There's a waste of investment, waste of taxpayers' money. And not I mean to a bank for said there be Mamu Yesa, and I'm yes, sir. Namu said Ghana Sika. So, and America, finance minister and Wako Parliament, what your propaganda. I mean, the American say, Kofi, how many are to about mom? And now, your mom super majority of Parliament. Young person will be able to me. You two of them say, project no more, you know. Time no person will be, you know. President Mahama said 3 years. I'm saying it's not possible. It will create a lot of problems on the existing roads because they are abandoning that project, you know. Now, you two of them for that months here. I'm more than so at the end of the day, no one take this, you know. That's why I'm calling you more. Ghana form. We are all here to evaluate their
but Chief Asante, so what the new designs, you know, when your concept, the funding, the details of it, analyze here who say wow differently an approach the BB and a from the existing one and common to us or Montois.
They say almost a feasibility studies. It is feasibility studies no we are and who design. Design we are and who the total cost of the project. Who the total cost of the project and secure funding. Almost secure funding we are. I say you recruit to contractor.
EZRA 94.1
Contractor no who procure contractor we are. There are certain major things you have to do before you can start. There is something called mobilization. The contractor has to mobilize his site. As a sort of Tom Fidie, mechanical Fidie near the idea. Oh, yeah. A new panel walk on the new road now, you know. It be a go for from, it be cry, a big here near the idea. If you identify or near relocate to you pay compensation. So, and yet, an anthem. if you want to do it well. What I say. And see, I'm saying that already, there's an existing one. By a bonka over the years. Let us complete that. The completing one, it will achieve the same purpose as the one now. Professor Moyeno. As far as I know.
Obibeka said the debate NDC can say for 8 years. If that seriousness was there, I don't know. Another government, besides investors buy, no more say economically viable. Yan for your whole ding and Kosananka Yemi.
And no, idea holding you up with bypasses. But the bypasses are free on that corridor. What I say, the bypasses are very important. We have bypasses in we are. You are cutting the journey by even 2 hours. And then there is a section in your dualize here. I know the area bypass. And also some naya. What I say, I buy the sick I could shake for power. I do have a question to be a who say. The sick at some and Kwani Musa, say they cast no, I don't know. You need to cut. And there are also other competing needs. You have to pay power producers. There are other also important roads other infrastructure. You have to pay public sector workers. You have to pay teachers. You have to pay nurses. Such as it. And advance we need now to don't find our project no. And that is why we started with the bypasses and EZRA. The real bypasses now, the journey will be cut by 2 hours. Not the air can real bypasses now. Now buying Akoye, the car, dualization. So it was expected say within 2 hours, no. Not what do
So from 2017 up to 2024, what was the priority of the MPP government? Because I mean, for you now, a very advantageous position, deputy chief of staff, first term, then deputy minister and a road minister in Kasa. Was the government determined say Yebeya could do him? And I say do baby no. Bibi magana phones ye bibi because man phone is the MPP commitment senior
initially the strategy was to use private sector capital to construct the road. And so private sector no buy they came to do a lot of studies. So as omunina ba we ba no ko say omuntimi rekupu omu investment. And that is why later about yes any but instead of coming new that was the plan. If you also know that during our time we encountered a very serious setback, which is COVID-19 and its economic challenges and financial challenges. If we try to other projects, because of COVID-19 and any challenges, opening now we hold on funds. And those roads were very difficult roads for the country and for the rest of the developing world and even the Western countries. And every time we start discussing, Mamu free. Say maybe a chuma and Tibiano. Ghana and I we are seeing you call or how can you be more? Affecting the development projects now. You should know that. It will maybe Kofi. Not two Fridays man crying Kofi. I saw the Chinese man crying co. A Juma Crano, we experienced shutdown, and me and Juma. And all my sick are telling you now conform. And no can who be affected government's ability to continue with some of our major infrastructure projects. You should know that. What I said. And to the work that we did, Sky Eco Semu for 20 for the bypasses now. Never am I reducing travel time, travel cost, accidents, Not a idea here by na idea the Buama input to above my enemy. So what I say, and then make church already you can't come that. And why abandon it and go and start a completely different one?
I have a copy of a letter to the president right before me. The last 3 paragraphs, in the context of Ghana's current fiscal constraint and competing infrastructure needs nationwide, I respectively submit that it would be far more prudent to complete the existing dualization project than to commence a new, significantly more expensive one. Obisa, you are no more in power. The president and a person. Why are you thinking and crying more than the bereaved? For president, I don't know why. Now,
I am not crying. I am not crying. I have the experience in government.
Okay.
And who said no? Did you say no? I'm more minor. I have been threatened. The president is not bound by my advice. In fact, since I'm sure elected, they've gone ahead to confirm the announcement, so they are going to do it. So it's just a question. So I can say,
on the 4th of November, I will let you know a date, right?
Exactly.
But Manford said, what's wrong in your personal capacity and answer on the position of the minority?
Oh, at that time, we saw in my personal capacity. But the minority supports that we should complete the existing one. It is somewhat prudent to complete the existing one.
EZRA 94.1.
And starting a new one.
Sesia meno kas abusafo se bia fe no join here High EZRA TV EZRA Radio. Honorable Francis Asenso Boache, a Bantama member of Parliament, former deputy local government road minister and deputy chief of staff and aiding Kobo. He was a former road minister and Kasa and Obojuma at the time at Afua Bridge the other he beat me a credit. He said he did it and the constituency he did a lot. Says ya meno kase wo se afa no be visibility but ye hu video a ekwan no nam ye de ato ye nimu a eko sa video no wunya hu bia na there's a video of the conceptual the design Ennin social media for the new road no person be no what I say
video be na woka
a new Quina express road no yahu a supposed video say a son or mobile bay no released by the NDC
94.1.
And not just a computer animation.
yes animation
But me I started on paper. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. Know that it's not an issue. Construction there and yeah no near there from you know what the video where you see video say it's just AI animation.
AI, oh, okay.
EZRA 94.1.
So I have to go to another station. Why? To make prepare code. You know, it wasn't planned, but I have to do it.
Martinia, I will end it here. Thank you very much. We'll end that. For Ora Asenso watching, I'm going to say, aiding common. So, Sir Mike, you can come in.
About my Ghana watching. Na yema ina ho yako asem kase pa na asi no
ene na nakrodo
na nakrodo na ne krono after ne no ano no ebondia na ebondia ka asem no ano no na akwado so se ne kunu ye hwe omo mba ye Ghana kwan pa yie a
kumasi akwan dodo na ono ano
Rollins enti se ye ka akwan ene rural electrification project dia yentimi enyi na akwado Admiral Rollins any kunu Rollins in film na me asenso an convince me
okay
and some asenso kan yina no okure no convince me unless enka asenso aka kire so akwan no old road no aban no esi onyes kan fanya bi odis kan na akwa the express one okane sa
so ma abandon abandon the existing one or more.
Existing one,
he thinks the to say Konongo bypass, some women other areas are more ye. Abandon so much.
Baby, I'm not GPR for no air demonstration here.
And they are from call Pokia since
some I was almost two. So because of baby, I no more ye. Contact any site in Tino, abandon that project. Baby, the menena nya dire kakra ne say. Akwan bia no anana abanada no no. Almost 90% abayin ko ho. By 90%.
About now make for cry demonstration. That was so I mean.
Good. Me am chrome one. I just want you kwan. Abana jai. O kwa yan kwanta. E kwan no ye jai. Enti I very believe say abano for ba omo take over. Ye ho contractors no adwuma te say e ka ba na demo no. The president has made it clear say nyame ya adomo a this year next year omo ba ya kwan hodo and then the contractors are going to be paid. So I think say you have to wait for that. Maybe tie sector minister obra call a sister station UTV or can say akwan dada no aban no na aban dada no eye no they will continue with those projects. Enti mente asenso ase say yenya we no niema me ye efen say old one no de aban ne se na ye bekoso wa ye. Enti dem cause what can say aban no emeki sure say old one no enimanimu ya no oban no aye ntem na man for adu nyina ankwose ni one so, and I think the government can never do that. Some be express road ntino me dem attention na express road no
Sir Mike
neglecting the
me worry ne say
we yes sir
history e wo Ghana we have had a history in principle.
Yes.
And I think for let me be clear on this because Ghana there we are near me school too.
Yeah.
In principle, I support the express road 100%. Me say there be
in principle.
In principle, which me GD say yenya ebeboa Ghana, and you bit me crowd go extend of doing railway. But me worry say for decades, ekwanya ye wo the edaho ya yenya nwi. Look at Nipa, sa Kumasi Accra wood ikum the current state. So Mike, on drive on concrete though. Have you
driver?
Yes. Yes. I drive to Accra every day. In fact, just last Saturday, I drove from Accra to Kumasi. And I am a living testimony of Kwano, how terrible it has been and it is.
Yeah.
So Mike, me who baby asenso I wrong when elected we will say ye or friend is saying existing one in ye. When you read the letter
now the father Charlie say
letter
new one there sabi and for so this na yenye old one na old one no my bulletin cross say old one will serve the same purpose of which I don't agree with him.
Nation as an sobo letter no da our friend is saying a moon project man.
The kind of say the kind of say platform you should say old one say about me yeah it will serve the same purpose.
Yes.
The what say serve the same purpose there who ya also be new one no. Of which new one also you say even going to be paid for.
Ghana they can say
oh and
say come on abu ankra interchange in lamp.
They are catch no say sika bo ba bi na me wo asenso ya nimu a empire wo se e bo say John Mahama be hu say sika no de a amfa me ya te Ghana say na good
any
but what how much were you getting from good
any and dear Mr. President, appeal for reconsideration of the new Accra Kumasi Express proposal. Edusi we kind me we are no watch tree. I have the honor to convey my concern on the recent proposal by your administration to construct a completely new 6-lane express between Kumasi and Accra, and a place of ongoing dualization works currently being executed on that corridor. As someone who has served both as Minister for Roads and Highways and Member of Parliament representing constituency directly linked to Accra Kumasi corridor, I fully appreciate the strategic importance of these routes to our national economy. It remains the most critical arterial roads in Ghana, linking our two largest critical serving as a vital economic lifestyle. Your Excellency, since President John Ajay Kufuor's administration, significant progress has been made in dualizing the corridor. Over 100 kilometers of the 240-kilometer stretch has been completed, with additional 46 kilometers currently under active construction, including strategic bypass at Ennin, Usino, Eyinase, and Konongo, as per the ministry's own records. And Tim Monyane fast, push it up. The physical progress of these bypass ranges from 58% to 100%, with only 94 kilometers left to be dualized. The recent announcement to initiate completely new express project while these works are underway raises genuine concerns. I was particularly struck by the roads minister's own admission that the ministry is in the process of hiring a consultant to undertake a feasibility studies for the new project. This suggests that there is no final design, cost estimate, or secured funding for the proposed expressway. Yet, Your Excellency stated publicly that construction will begin next year and be completed before your tenure ends, a timeline of less than 3 years. With my expertise and experience, I can say without any fear of contradiction that this timeline is not feasible. With the greatest of respect, Mr. President, such pronouncement made ahead of critical project milestone like feasibility studies, costing, environmental clearance, and the financing risk and the risk undermining our credibility in infrastructure planning and public investment management. Moreover, Article 35(7) of the 1992 Constitution, that is Directive Principles of State Policy, enjoins the government to continue development project initiated by previous administration in the national interest, abandoning an ongoing project, one that is technically sound, economically justified, and already delivering results, contradict this constitutional directives and may set a precedent of wasteful governance. A finance minister can wasteful governance. I'm aware that the Minister of Roads and Highway has raised concerns about alleged cost overruns arising from project variations. While such claims deserve to be thoroughly investigated, if necessary, addressed through appropriate corrective measures, they should not serve as a justification for abandoning the entire project. Variations, cost adjustment are common in major infrastructure works and can be managed within existing contractual and legal framework. Discontinuing critical continuity, but also set as a troubling precedent for future infrastructure development. In the context of Ghana's current fiscal constraint and competing infrastructure needs nationwide, I respectively submit that it will be far more prudent to complete the existing dualization project than to commence a new, significantly more expensive one. The resources needed for a fresh expressway could instead be channeled into completing the ongoing Accra-Kumasi-Doha carriageway and address other critical roads such as the Eastern Corridor, Coastal N1 Corridor, and Kumasi-Tamale Highway. Your Excellency, my concern is born not out of partisanship, but in the interest of continuity, prudence, national development. I respectively urge you to review the current course and provide leadership that consolidates, not disrupt, the most gains we have made as a country. Please accept, Your Excellency, the assurance of my highest consideration. Sincerely, Francis Asenso Boache, Member of Parliament, Member Roads and Transport Committee and former Minister for Roads and Highway. Letter actually the hen and anyade. Ebisi
over
Kanichi
over the tentin tiatia ne tofu abomu nyina ene se yewra asenso boache enka ne no ne soafo ohwe yakwante ponsem so ana atoro krata akwa mampanyini eye yewra John Dramani Mahama na krata wo toro kokoma no ne dia wo toro kokoma ne nyina ne se wo so watese aban eye hyehye se obaba beye 6 lane expressway ya efri enkran ebakumase na enka eye esenka mampani ebeye sa na emum no sa bia no mampani se oba beye sa 6 lane express way no efiti president Kofo emre so na wo mo aye o madwene se wo be dualize no na se ekwan no mienu nam ha na mienu nam ha nti se obi free here ba o ma mehia de free here ba na efi president Kofo emre so no wonu ma ya adwuma no ma kire se kamya ko esa ka kra bi na ya wie na sa adwuma na wonu mo ye no wo mo aya ma wo mo ede eye bypasses bebre kura bamu a uduru anyinam osino enyinase kononwo hode na eho nyina wonu eya ya wie ansa na wonu ma ya brofo kwansini wo ha ede kopem ahanu aduanan 100 to 240 kilometer stretch ana wo wie ya wo mo esan so kra ye 46 kilometers a eno no eye under active construction ya chese eno kasen adwumayefo gusu a wo mo eye adwuma eno ana fa anyinam osino ene eye anyinase ne konongo no eno wo mo ye na de osan so kra te ye ne say sa bypass a ye kan one more year free 58% at the copem 100% akaketwe bi ni awie akabe 94 kilometers na dualization ya wie we our kratenim na wose de osan so krate ye ne say mampani sa de wose oba ba yen say 6 lane express way no afa kura na wo kwa han eye consultant ama wo mo aba behwe wiem aba be draw ese ye de kwa we be fa ha we ye be 6 afa ha ne ye 3 afa ha enso mampani ade aka ne hihye wo say obewie ansan wo fra konwa so na kire se obewie no eye 3 years ansan wako yeru asenso bo ache so ohunu say ade a ye nyansa ase ya afa ne akwa han wo bie amna ba behwe ba bia de befa no mampani entimi enwie no 3 years ansan wako eni nti woni ohunu say eka wom kopem se de ya kwa han no amna ba behwese yemfanfa no eye ka ene ye ba betua no eni tinka be ya enka de ka ketua bi na wo mo abandada no ewie no enka aban no ni ka nwie no wo wie no wie na obehya ase ese obeye sa eye lane sia no a wo ba be ye no a na waye na okotu se article 35 cross 7 no 1992 constitution no e kire se abandada bi ye adwuma bi na wa wie a aban foforo bi ba onto aso eni nti eye ho ene ogina wode ka kye ne say adwuma dada no a aka akra bi na omawie no ebe ya nka onto aso ansana de ono so peso oye no oye ayeyi awaye no tere say enya sa oman no babo ka bebre oman no ye nhyada niska eni nti se bebi da ho dada na wo beja dada no ho aba be ye foforo abra foforo no yenim ka ye bebo yenu madwumefo a eba beye ena untimi nwia ansa no wafiri akonwa so da chese no so be sa bada ho ama ban foforo ba abasan ba beye dia den sama woka nyina se wo sere mampani ese dia bandada no hyase no onwie ansa no so beye bia waye tinye se bia wo hyere se ebia mfaso ni so wo kyere se dada no ye wie dada no ebeboa ama emo no a ye ba beye no so wantimi anwie kura no a dada no wo wie ye ninti no emma eye emro na wo babia no so enkakem entine se ne tofu abom nyina krata wo toro koma eye mampani ne se dada bi wo ho na wo no ya wo mo anwi entinka aban ni nwie sa dada no wo wie dada ni wie na ono so be fofora na waye cause 3 years no aban timi fa nwie sa express way no a wo ka no enti ye be ono so ba be kakem enti ye wura senso bo ache asem a wo ka no etenteni tietie nyane ne tofu abom nyina eni wo fa
Samike
Reverend
bone be na wo
oh bone ni hu na me see the can we ha say ni say we say the video is there, the voice is there, we say the yeah no old one no say complete here e be serve the same purpose na say ho kura hia say ye be new one no okay wa quote the article the Ghana mamra ye 1992 e kire so obi o Ghana ni bia no ubedi ade a de odika bedi ade ne ma waye no
to aso
bo mo ne so ba to aso Emra, a member of parliament. I don't know how brief for any political party or any government. But Yem Musa say, I know the Musa say, MPs no. Man, from Boko heavy, and When Musa say, when a brother no moon say, yeah, dear ye, and a brother moon say, yeah, dear ye. They are saying so keen. Gaboni ni ho. But Yem Musa say, and fear what chia de ma NPP, I hear Kofa me to be my MPP no. Enkra kumase kwan no omo ye duro hene kofo baaye ana was kofo mills kofo and I think ajoso kura de kakra ye no 2222 ye kura no then another baaye 8 years na mutimi ya run about no a na omo se baby wa na mwa na omo yi baby free ho asa enti Asenso was a deputy chief of staff. He became a substantive minister for roads and highways. A kwaya ya kan wasem. Ebeli na mamumu. Ade no mutimi ye. Aban no me say Samahama kache say Oja ni road na to wa na kache say yempene. Onye old road no sorry. Oja old road na to wa yempene. Na mum ukọ school bi mo yesi dan. Dada ho ye renovation. Yesi dan ho for. It is not wrong.
No, but.
Was only 3 years.
You're president of Ghana.
President, no.
Yanti Kromani, I see about started so I'm in touch. There's no government. Any development project. So I'm our Bema we.
So many so we are say. Now abandon your radio so obey. Na mum wo me yina any party chairman to me. Okay, say yes, I said from him poor. No one you poor but 2 about my MPP no. And a man penny and MPP for the chairman samo. And the agree bedia gro krum hawo. And a mom do ya gani bedia gro krum say oh what the mon chance ya ma wo mo. But you and I are say no mo nyama say project mo be ye. Wei Mahama wanga say obe ending the time no a and wo you. Was it all within the time? Ah,
na say no dey ti da bia o.
And ya dey ntwen. Because ya can say so within 3 years no so kokko yensu wi a ye be ka san enti no media sanka oka no ka kire so yeniska ho me kura me bawra ndi se mamu no mamu se sika bia ni wo me be kwan no eni wampani de na ka no boade a but the oka yakoye say ase wampani should not even say that because it is not possible
ono no person o kire say wontimi in 3 years enye
wontimi for 3 years
enye ya asenso ka no na me dia asenso ne nya adwene say President Kofi Mreso montimi amfa President Kofi Mreso a bepime kufu ado Mreso enwie wo de enti yera mahama na emra mewie mamo President Kofi di 8 years o de yemfa nse mills ne mama ba yero kura no o mo anya hwe a kufu ado so ba be di 8 years enti 16 years no MPP ntimi amfa 16 years no enwie de President Kofi saase enti yera mahama emra mewie ansa no so aya na adwen so no so baba ye ono ne de no ne de on timi fa 3 years nye because moment me fa 16 years anye enti on timi fa 3 years nye eno no na aya na menti ase na okotui emi de pass sa article we order dada aya nya fe no mdia behim ss abai bia ba abai dada dia wo sha ase no wonwie na article order dada no mo nyina wo mo abu o mani aguso enti abi betimi aka atre se eniema NDC esase no wo mo MPP ba no o mbeto aso ana politicians da bia o mo de adwene di agoro eduru we dia ukotu na anu ada ya buankra na anu ada ya
kofrom market
kofrom zo de asi ho swami interchange na kufu ado ade VAT be 15 sa so 2022 or so ebe gina won dia so be bo fom ye no kama ya anka ya ba be ye wantimi amuru ba bia eti ya ka che yewura asenso se yewura asenso sebe enye ono na ebetu mampanifo mampani yewura asenso nyo na eba betu nifo wono ne ba ye wantimi anya onyai wesu antimi anya Ghana fo na abebu aten enye yewura asenso ena eba twa krata aba betu mampanifo se mampani mesrawo tamu aye ho na kwa we ho nti opeso a kire se mampani nim se sa bypass bi ono se wono ba be foforo onya no se nyame adom na amusu timi ba wo mo de no mewie mampani anwia ene ye wo de ye be ka kire no enti ano ne de onya mfama Ghana fo enti nyo no ena eba ba betuyefo.
Reverend, let's make it clear, sir. Me tie finance minister was say sa old one omunya to ho sa no waka ho until say bia me so maja ato ma say de konata bia ni site no ana bia me nyini ni dia ba was say omunya to ho ombako so aye say adwuma no so a complemented the new one on baba ye no you the new one will be paid for enti to me Asante, all right.
I want to watch this express way and saying 0558620300 na 0531455105 and I pay my yenya watching chair our this express way yenya we and I yenya for fraud.
Who's that? Adam for minister, regional minister.
Yes.
What Adam for? Regional minister. Menka amako you know.
Yes, Simon. Yeah.
Who's ni kwem kwan say reverend say enipa bia o he me otiri bia nim say ukọ Simon kwem a utimi enfuturo ne se de amanfo si enema mfa mu ho no ntomo ya kwa no mu say ye ntimi nwe
so 0531455105 and 0558620300 so one mon phone number into dwa and to screen any na monko NS ointment mra na atifo with me afre and pay so these are the lines chira wadwen and pay na Lucy mama aboafo be mi
yeah chira yagi hom so becha wadwen so chira wadwen ya ka chira won becha wadwen so chira wadwen
obi a me kan de ya wo ba ka wo de
obi a me so me attack obi
wo ba da attack so be attack obi
no
atifo
I was ya boy ya right and ba na afia kwakwose ho ya de ntem so adawro ma also adroma pa ene ye wo Dr. Anti Akachi wo sesa yam kru wo sa wo so aya benuma dru na adro no ma ekontem so sunsun ya de ho na mu de so otuase odi hye bi atonsem ntentan odi ano ya wo problem huhu mu de so dada na sunsun bi no ababeda ye fra no spiritual marriage so de ma ho nyama nyina ka achi fabra right angel heba ho na afi wo mo no ntuase mfa ma wo so hu ne ma ne yade ne nyina so o wa no adru wa bele pa o kronom afrancho himan fra no 0241191222 na afi woni no eni enkomo kama pa na mamen kamfo aye visa system away na me adom wa December year wo de yakwa abrochire de wede ye ko UK nyina no se Ghana Mario no Black Queens wonom ene England ma no so agokansiesi eni nti ye ko visa assist ene ye nkrata ho ne nyina de amaye wo se betua ketua bi na wo ma aye package a eso ewa esan buy tere kama visa support room flight reservation hotel accommodation game ticket wo bekoto ne nyina ewom de nya so be from wo na wakwanya so de be ko World Cup eni nti hyase no mo fa yonko na won krata mu nya fe 0544322111 na fe oni enim komokra gwambe haba homeopathic semen control say waya sabia ho efe eso ne won fidie ya yade sa yade no ba kono no homeopathic treatment herbal treatment ya lab scan ya massage physiotherapy service spiritual counseling na ye wadawoma yade bi atete won nature dawomenti ibetu ase yade amam yo fidie wonuro yade esa yade odonyina 0241587674 na oni eni enkomontam so kra na yamwa na jollof king say obedidi ene afiada ye ko weekends beso twawanum de atia ne sawa ye adwuma abre na otwene mu nyina faso no takraba yibi na efa etwawanum na chere wo ba chere nso de ye won mo a opemo ne aponche fried rice and sausage gizzard ene akoko ne nyina obedi bia firi kama pa yo assorted jollof rice de kama pa na ebia na otwi awieye ya wade bi wo ho aponto bi wo ho ana pese ojawere ojawo kunu ho ani gentu beto ho party dia from no mfa aduane mro frɛ na bebia wo no ye de aduane beto wo na onso wadi ama wote aduane nka yo kro from ayeduase tafo ana bo krum 02485524 0244 yɛwɔ order sisi a na yɛmmoa paa na garlic yɛ duro na garlic deɛ nka obiara bɛnya nka da biara ɔsɛ nka ɔwe garlic na mmom yɛ no obi hu sɛ ɛnyan ɛnwono wɔmpɛ no saa ɛno nti yɛse ate Spanish 3 power combine yɛi ɛna yɛde garlic afra no buna bɛdu nsia na yɛde ayɛ aduru nsa no mɔi na bɛboa wo baako yɛ praise ana baako yɛ nsuo no mbom obi a ne naase taataata no mesrɛ ɛtu aseɛ obi a wa ne nkwamɔ no ahoɔden aba fam nti ne tie ne yakora hospital ne mfe hospital mesrɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔnom bie ɛsan so reduce cholesterol na deɛ wɔ mu gyaborosoɔ no nso aba fam kakra bi na papu akye wɔ a ɛyɛ ano anom bi sɛbi anum ka wɔ anum yɛfrɛ no halitosis ɛyɛ anom sɛ aduro na mmom mu anum ka wɔ anum no wokɔtɔ a yɛ afrɛ ne yɛnkyerɛ ɔkwan a bɛfa so a wobɛnom no wodware wie na honam yɛ ɔhene so a wokɔtɔ a yɛ ano afrɛ na mmom yɛwɔ Spanish jingo capsules wɔ hɔ a ɛno nso obi a wa no wanyina gya ne mfie obi a wohu n'anim a n'anim na sɛ 30 nso ne mfie yɛ 23 mesrɛ wo wobɛnom ɛbɛyi wɔ ho ɔfɛ kama obi a wɔde adeɛ to baabi koraa wɔnkae ɛyɛ anom bi na mmoa wo na ɔhonom atwentwem so a ɛyɛ aduro no a na abɛnom baabi yɛtɔ nnuro biara bɛnya bi 0266 114111 na onsa intimi enkebi.
Right, so yam fire callers for NS sentiment a quick update mamo but you go so I have calls 0558620300 and 0531455105.
Emma Ghana Fortune na yema ina ho yako asam kase pa na esi no
ene na nakrodo
na krodu ne krono after ne no ano no ebondia na ebondia ka asem no ano no na akwado so se ni kunu ye hwe mo mba ye Ghana kwan pa yie a
kumasi akwan dodo na ono ano
Rollins enti se ye ka akwan ene rural electrification project there yentimi enyina akwadu Adma Rollins ene ni kunu Rollins in film na me asenso an convince me
okay
en sama asenso kan nyina no okure na convince me unless enka asenso aka kire so akwan no old road no aban no esi onya scan fanya bi odiskani na akwaye the express one okay
so ma abandon abandon the existing one or more
existing one na
he thinks say the to say Konongo bypass some women other areas omo ye nyina abandon so majai
there be na GPR for no e kwa ho demonstration e fa
and your fanko okuase nsawam
so omo e wo so omo ye no omo wo so two so because of baby anomo ye contact any site in Tino abandon that project baby the menena nya adwere kakra ne say akwan bia no anana abanada no eye no almost 90% abayin ko ho 90% abayin
ko no make for cry a demonstration that was so I mean change
me am krom wonwe adwoso wonwe kwan abana jai ukwa nwe kwanta ekwan no ye jai enti I believe say abanfo ba omo take over ye ho contractors no adwuma na te say e ka ba na de mo no the president has made it clear say nyame ya adomo a this year next year omo ba ya kwan hodo and then the contractors are going to be paid so I think say you have to wait for that maybe tie sector minister obra call a sister station UTV or can say akwan dada no aban no na aban dada no eye no they will continue with those projects. Enti mente asenso ase. Se yenya we no niema me ye efen say old one no. Old one no de. Aban ne se na ye be koso wa ye. Enti de me koso kan say aban no emeki sure say old one no. Eni manimu ya no oban no aye ntem. Na mane fana adu nyina ankwose ni one so. And I think the government can never do that. Some be express road in Tino. Made him attention na express road no.
Sir Mike,
neglecting the
me worry ne say.
Yes sir.
History e Ghana. We have had a history. In principle.
Yes.
And I think for let me be clear on this because Ghana there we are near me school too.
Yeah.
in principle, I support the express road 100%. Me say there be
in principle.
In principle, which me GD say yinya ebe boagan, and you bit me crowd go extend of doing railway. But me worry, say for decades, ekwan the edaho ya yenye look at Nipa. Sa Kumasi Accra would equal the current state. So Mike, on drive on concrete though. Have you
driver?
Yes. Yes. I drive to Accra every day. In fact, just last Saturday, I drove from Accra to Kumasi. And I am a living testimony of Kwano, how terrible it has been and it is.
Yeah.
So Mike, me who baby asenso I wrong when elected we will say ye or friend is saying existing one in ye. When you read the letter
now, the what I'm trying to say,
letter
you wanted the idea, Sabi, and for so this one. Now you old one and old one. My bulletin cross say old one was served the.
Na question na kwa bere HMC honorable Jesse Pamakwa. Na maybe sir asenso bo atete aban so obe discount ho de akoye kwanya no. Because aban kan tiro so onista. Sa de na ayesa aka MPP for ade aye mpuntuo bia oba o man mu bia MPP for ekotia. O she 26 April 1997 adokofo aka tiro President Rollins say health insurance officer de ban onja na esikaseye. Kada 2014 afri yoko to katira mahama se international airport so dey back Kumasi here international airport na wo here wo kwai ana tenso dey abanti ase tembi mpuntu bi e back Kumasi bia no mu bo etugu wo ka se kuma Accra road wo betra so 8 years na wonim se wo ya be ya na wo ja to ho ene na wo be hu se aye nti sa niema MPP ko any tembi no mo ade papa e back Kumasi no mo botugu na tembi no mo botugu mo nja ka de na Kumasi ye mpuntu ni waka se wuko Kumasi kwan nye na rebe wo cabin dem man na start here na ga hoda dada ade no man yansa no moko 8 years man na run to kura kira Accra de ko paga no de how many years na ye ko ba man tumi an yeso na ni pada ba wo ye ne ebedi mpuntu be ba Kumasi ebe le nki kama na wo se ma won ja puro ne be ye na se bia na MPP for the Kumasi na Asante roje
Bedase pa yamfa your last two callers. Good morning.
Good morning, Professor Kitoni.
Okay.
Only pass the MPP for na yan change no. Anya MPP and Kumasi what I thought the work Kumasi you want to ya current change mo de be 50 years ya kwa mu we where taking so go by this one that's where we are what fan into just for me there o take your class ya change no I was content but down for you to way so they look at face wo mu de be way entertain ya talk do what ya if you man can say road mo we got go to do those no my na Asante region why am I going to me na gala no ai mama na ko so mo tete do so yani papa ne for
Bedase yam father na scholar okay good morning.
Good morning. Kofi Asante.
Yeah, honey.
Commando no.
Okay, mami too. Yeah, mami too.
And one na jo metie asaso boache lesa no. Kofi me yemu se me kakra. Because ye nyina ye tikromu ha ama o mampani kufo ebe tina konya so eye kwan eye ntache djumaye. Watimi asi edwa ama dwa no wantimi anwie ekufo Aduanaba Asante boate waba be minister wanya kwan ya minister o a wantimi anye bibia ama santiman na se obi di ba na se obe suggest kura o de ka bibi o president se be ya o de wie dada no maye ansa na waye kufuro no ende e be support ba o fe maye nye ma santiman na je santiman hu hia asantiman hia we papa no medi ne hu ya o ba Kofi medi ne hu ya o se wan kasa ye ombra bonti no be pa santiman ato ye ti krom ha ye wu Akra kwan mu no ana wo hu ana me de ka kwa Akra me ba no ka na se ni na bubu yi amanda yo Kofi nyame no nkira nyame nka.
Okay, I am father na scholar. Hello, good morning. Right. Well, okay. Last caller. Good morning.
Kofi, you can send this for Bowa say no correct. Let no kai no kai say was in Yama Asante mai. Ah, so be about no because if you kai let na mo what ya say. O say when of you say Wednesday we start to far on Krakwaso Wednesday. Ko be pie kono wo a. Ke be bi ko pie bi container wo shem. Apani me kimba Allah amashem bi ku kumate. Problem play your pants na ni ba yeah, kasa data wo yenya nye mu na mistake dey ni after mo say NGC for ma do yan kola tele papa.
I don't think that statement is so the best, Mr. Obia ewa adwenkyere nti we no obi nya adwen you don't attack anybody. So Mike, yeah, come as sports for another bit to us.
Yes, sorry. Na media. Reverend the mechanic say okay, you na koso no.
Yes, so this is the final funeral, the state funeral of the former First Lady, Nana Credo Ajamai Rawlings, and there's a fire pass. Yeah. We are hearing him crack.
Yeah. And I was saying, can you, and young from Swassa, Usi Dine? I was saying, your plot baby. Now, or you be true for so. Kofi Kabaya, we done we. Now, we are Yakowin so. Nembum, I've been poured there into the cast as something here, pa. I've been pono. Could say, be a wusi who could see Hanon, so now I know quite a crack. That you could have had Uncle Yana Hakoyana. In my man, 4 Ghana. In my man, 4 our Ghana. Media. So, Obia also Asante, no man Asante, so looking for Kayano.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
As I saw, I've been born with actually. I've been born with actually. John Mahama, yeah, can't you say you hear the one Asante original? John Mahama, yeah. Now, saying that the Mua, but maybe John Mahama, yeah, still the Mua. The point will be that John Mahama didn't feel me, and son. As we are by your quine, I'm a Kumasi, to me free Kumasi one crime within 2 hours. NDC will gain more grounds in Asante region. The young country say, teaching actually on your old one, new one here. You never can say, no other. No, but I say within 2 years. What's so bad? My expression. So bad, I mean, what I saw by my own Susuni, I'm very new. One I saw Mama to me, I'm saying it today. I for this weekend tour. Say John Dramani Mahama. 8 me express road from Accra to Kumasi before by hand over. Eco machine by December 2028. I will personally campaign and do a public open campaign declaration for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC to be voted for. I'm telling you. Is it Ghana na you want? And you will be the best thing. For that. And the point is that over the years, you ni mama your 4. Reverend, you can son carbon. Eji of the no. Asenso watching carbon. Asenso kasano. Obey minister. Obey minister. Kwabia so kruma. I will just to when we require hofro. Oba me say, yeni we kura no yeni spires. Yenim sevia. Ofa enim wankra se asanso wonom nim ho a wonom ni kan ho omo sere ene wakotu se e wo mramu se abai bi se dwumadie bi ase a se wo mramu se abai foforo beto aso na menim da abiti fo so anka ntere ye da because na mo se ase Kofi market wo ho o se president Kofi na se sa bypass ya se wo de yan fan se NDC for de na wo ma bedi ye ntim firim Kofi di 8 akufo de bedi 8 8 plus 8 over 16 years. It went to me for 16 years. One over 3 years. My maybe odi. And some of what we need. Ah, over now we had it. Now Okoka now obi bad God say. Oko I'm saying Oko cry. Oko. Oh no, there be Oko cry no. Oh no, there be Oko cry no. I can't to say. Obi to me for 16 years anye. Also Oko cry. What's me baba yeah 6 lanes amount. O say yenya to ho. Na dia wo 60 years chance ya no yemra bewi na wo nti hu ni mu wanti nko anho anza no akọ obi enka no cruncher politicians obi enka no kre anfa ntire wo mo mama so obeye wantimi anya Ghana fo ya ne na enya wo asenso na wo akọ mama fo atrakata akoma ne say ekwan ne ye president Kofi na so na wo to ya wo de president Kofi di kura ba mu no edi kura ba ko animu asa
president Kofi edi wie 2008
and was started Kofi Adon so beto aso
Kofi Adon ba ye
let's look at issues devoid of politics. Let I can we be sadana me kan if the English we and the to him asenso watching ye boni bia wa
fa wonya boni bia krata de kwa so troka enyo na wo
asenso watching
be minister no
na mama on Ghana president
wa fa oya Ghana president
former road minister no catch us say kwan no wo ye de wo kan because kwan a wo kan ene ye wo na date say
ene 28
my 28 what to any salary back 28 and then 30th I say
Reverend
and then that
unum
sir any mean say any mum na me parent my point is that Sir Mike o hwe ne e koso okruma na mame one government was started since 1992 was started any biggest developmental project within that China. What am I one government? And what's your sense of watching? Background that will lay out. What's Mr. President? I feel when a road minister said mobile visibility studies. I feel a mobile consultation. Having been a road minister and having been a chief of staff, not all experience. No one said you're Ghana. I can't find my
the wrongs over the years now. You continue with the wrongs.
And yes, sir. But see, I can. Scabe Kran the Babe Expressway.
That is a question you have to ask, but not to say it's possible. That is a question. Say, Sikano wahine, you have free hand. That is a legitimate question you are asking. But to say, as what worker say, and the idea, based on the other.
And what question government say? One way I'll be you know. The idea to just say it's a wasteful governance. And no, now, finance minister say waste.
Reverend, yeah, dear, yes, say. Sasama yake say ye kura na de me yanu
ba
say ye me so adusi
ye me yan sa say to boachi a otwiro komai I say we wouldn't say you two president na na do two e kura ni
wo ba ne na do de wo ba ne
pa to the fokura ba to say
single day ban na two na do fo ba ka Ghana fo ni atemi to
say kura mu say
na go to ma ma
say opposition to president for ba
Reverend
me say na do two e otwiro let take come na do akobebo aso now actually let take on community access so but for me I think there's nothing wrong with
Reverend I said wrong
he's speaking out of experience
asensu nyai ma yenka because ye na enkoyi ayeka hakra kwen ya kana kufa do penso mahama ba ye gusu ayeka say enye onye ne ye but asensu de
former road minister
tama na kwan nya na Ghana fo ewu no enye na ya na kwan na say ewu na Ghana fo ewu no asensu twelete ba akopɛ cry caption and the command advisor and I do that with
we a love letter and letter no was
yes, sir.
On the 12th of August, September, October, November 4 months now then I feel not to day
letter
on the 4th of August 4th August and I said such a letter
na tama Debbie say 4th August there but I'm headed to my say 4th August there tama asenso the letter 4th August
yes.
We are the tone of the letter no. That's what the character say be
exactly to kwase mamu fa se ba je
engineer ya kasa yi ono we kasa no plan we say say ba de say e bi kwa no a time no wo hwe no now no kwa no e bi a ye contract dem e de kwa ne ma na o ya we is he aware ade na san so kan no
na se kwa no mo awode
4 months
afa kwa ya budget we ya appropriation
ba kwa na san so kan no 4 months ago no minister ne wompani atrase adwene ho cabinet adwene ho say what the buy ansa na ebe budget to but you say betumi aye what is your beef again what the buy 4 months ago budget by this month you see betumi aye minister no wompani so betumi aye
Ghana de anya se bi agidie ne but Mike me no tie ya kwan wo awuni so betumi nye ram to twinya let ko ba de ate na do da ko for the railway kwan from obuasi ba besi buankra
me ni kan na say mentuma ba ma NDC da mamen kan ha mentuma NDC da NDC tamana NDC opposition NDP ka kire say sananka NDC na ewo power that time no a dollar no omo se kebedu be 60 cities dollar kebedu be 60 cities no mo de campaign Meboa. NDC for so someone power. Bala na yese.
Omo dey about 10 cedis.
Edi de no mo ka say NDC na wo so a nka dollar ebe kwa no. E kwa na asa abanachi. So at times no
obi ya the papa.
Obi ya the papa yanka.
So obi ya the papa wo ye no. And we so over ambitious. Odo ko akoto amene mu a no wa won no.
Over ambitious no. Eya say better say busa say sika na mo de ko project no wo hene.
Ewai.
Eno na ho say busa.
Sika no wai.
Say anya possible there. Ah, ba omi apiti e possible. Wo di ba omi ati e ka e possible. And you tell us say ntimi nya. Omu ntimi nya. What are you talking about? Mahama ntimi anya ye better ha ya. Nyame ya do better ha ya. Ye be ka ba Ghana for yira mu say Mahama abon. Na unia ayi so kwa brochire waba.
Ayi mini
Isham Alhassan.
Isham Alhassan.
Waba o de kata bi asande ntu ba no ayi ho djuma.
Isham Alhassan kwa brochire.
Oh tu kwan. No so na ti. Ana me say Roger Minister Digala me say dia onim.
Mi nua didi o.
O say na ti na Roger Minister Digala me say dia. Ene onim na asara tawo na wo ha ne de. Roger Minister Digala me say bia. Nti wo a wotima no pe wo evidence ba kokora say Asante Roger Minister gala me say ya. Isham sasa ne saka evidence na nne oba resign onye dwo Mahama ba mu bio na me say papa ne kuku odupa o
Isham na kan za
ai sasa wono onya one evidence against the Asante Regional Minister so oye gala me say ya oni Mahama aba mu bio oba firim ode na busu afo nyina ba firi NDC akoto party Isham ai Isham
boy
ti akudo Isham wo krum ha ne so pa
Isham nie Isham to bu asio Isham to bu asio
ene efiada
ene so pa na ayi gay a wo bo yenu akonta oh
na akonta se ka se ya ayi da o
ofa ana ya ko ise say ya ba sa ge no so call when the share program no ya o mko tata no to ne ade no na when the share afre no na woni udi nkomo no obisa so opeso obo otimi bo odwetire na wodi ye adwumade na apa wo so mpemu bia ade a openi se when the share ko ba bia na odi nachi na ade me ko ba me so bo bi kata
na say loyalty we hear na mo loyalty moment
trying to cut inside, still there. It's direct to the great one.
Ya take over the airwaves ya tena se ya ma wachemo wakwaba edeba EZRA de che so agudie mu nsembre na asono aha eye EZRA 94.1 FM EZRA television or digital no satellite TV no live enso ewo so na afi EZRA TV Ghana ewo Facebook EZRA TV Ghana like page no share na drop your comment jumaje bia program bia ekoso bia no fa wadwen kire efa ho bra na afi yen kan kama enso entimi enfama the next 30 minutes eya agudie mu nsem amanfo nkro so de na afi fie dia ya boaboa no na ye de brewa no pay obete the latest intelligence Mr. Richard Akowuanka Little King edi amano nsem no ebe bro ya from Saint Jude darling boy Piero indisposed Piero ekoni na ye enti me no kasa no pay onti Piero nka Piero eko ni na opening Thomas Nkroma aka Eja Nkroma ewo akwesi ase enti darling boy Piero ene ontiri nka okoni na ye okwam siara Ruben Kim Promise Nations Opoku ɛna afio drone num na ɛboa ɛma dwumadie no ɛnso etimi ɛkɔso ɛnso ɛwɔ o TV ɛne o radio no so ɔfa tabodi as usual ɔno na ekyinkyim fidie no wɔ ha ɔbɛpiapia voices no ɛnso ɛtimi ɛdi ama yɛ frɛ me Saint Jude na nyame adoma awia de bɛkam bia no 3 to 6 ɛne fiada awia nwumere yi yɛ the sports drive no ɛnso ɛbɛbrɛ little clip bɛtena se na abedwafo na yɛatɛkyere na yɛde dwumadie no ɛnso ɛtimi aba nti sɛ wɔyɛ ready a ma yɛnna yɛntumom na fasting o seat belt no na yɛn ansɛm no ɛnso ɛntumi ɛmra na yɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ ɛde afiri the Black Queens of Ghana me ne kasa yi ɔmakɔpie mu ɛwɔ London UK na ɛno ɛyɛ nyame adom a ɛbenada December 2 2025 ya no adeɛ sɛ ɔmo ɛne the 3 Lioness of England ɛna ɛbɔ ayɔnkofa akansie no yaka ɛho nsɛm bebree ɛnso ɛtimi ɛde akyɛw afei ɛna mmerɛ na so enti Kim Las ɛne ne maba no ɔmo akɔpie mu ɛnso ɛwɔ UK ɔmo ɛboaboa mo ho enti Ruby mame video na ɛmaba no ɛte bus mu ɛkɔ training yes enti ojoini a girls no ɛna ɔmo wɔ bus no ma ɔmo nso ɛgye ɔmo ani pa ɔmo ɛkɔ training akɔboaboa mo prepare for the game a ɔmo ne England maba no ɛnso ɛbɛtumi abɔ no nti ɛno ɛna ɛwɔ screens ne so no obi a ɔbɛbɛ bia no na ne dini ɛnso abanti Abigail Kofi Kim nom ɛna afei Jennifer Kujo ɔmo na ɛnso ɛwɔ bus no ma Grace Asante wa Messiah Alice Kusinom ɛna afei other players Stella Nyameche ɛne squad ni na obi a ɛnso ɛwɔ Chantel Boyloka ɛne ne maba ni na Mariam Ponsamo obi a ɛwɔ Priscilla Dubia ɛna afei maba no ɔmo na afei mame abra na ɔmo ɛyɛ training no mame picture no yes ɔmo akɔ training ɛnso a ɔmo boaboa mo ahead of Tuesday game a ɛno nso ɛbɛba so no enti Kim Las ɛne maba no ɛna ɔmo ɛnso training kama ɛnso ɛwɔ UK a ɔmo boaboa mo ɛde atwɛn game no na ɛnkrɛba ɛne sɛ nyame adom ɛnɛ ɔmo ɛne bobo kwa ne din Aston Villa ɛmaba no ɛbɛbɔ ayɔnkofa akansie ɛno yɛ behind closed doors ɔmo ma obi a ɛnso ɛma mehwɛ game ni bi na afei Kim Las ɛde ahyɛ ne maba no ɔmo ho boaboa ɔmo nso ɛyɛ ahead of England game a nyame adom a Tuesday ɔmo ɛnso ɛbɛtumi abɔ no enti ɛno ɛnso ɛyɛ deɛ teɛ na ahead of the game no ɛna honorable sports and recreation minister Kofi Adams ɛde nsɛm pii atodwa ɛde afa Queens ɛna afei England game a ɛno nso ɛbɛba so no ɔse Ghana yɛ focus no ɛyɛ on AFCON a nyame adom a next year yɛ qualify a ɛbɛkɔ akɔbɔ ɛwɔ Morocco no na mmom sɛsi a ɛyɛ akwanya kɛseɛ sɛ yɛnya the world giant bi ɛte sɛ England a yɛne ɔmo kɔbɔ saa yɔnkofa kansie wei enti the necessary arrangement bia no ɔmo nso ɛbɛtaa maba na kyena afei ɔmo ayɛ na dwumadie no ɛnso atumi akɔ so yɛntie sports minister ɛwɔ game a ɛno nso ɛbɛba so no.
The English women's team is a good one because they are among the top best teams in the world, and if we come against them and we play to a certain level, we will measure our strength. Of course, our next assignment is at the African level, but it's good to come against the world giants. So it will prepare you even better. So it's a good game. I think that we will even have more advantage than the host is going to have. I wish them well. I know they are skillful individually. As a team, they have played well. They should train more and be focused, because that is only results. If you get results, then you bring.
Honorable sports minister Kofi Adams ne sama odi atudwa no ose wo hye ba no wo omo stay focused onim de ombetima ye enti omo nkonkoye emfantia England no eye de tie na ye da so minister na so ye no enra asemsi na on se yaudabo wono eye actor ono etwasini ekrum ha ena osade no ho awura football ma obekuma se a double soccer academy eye division 2 side a omo nso ebo double tetem kwara ni pie ebi wura national team ebi ewura mu amanone ne ajade a na enra yaudabo anya appointment from the minister say the grassroots football no double NA ambassador and so ewo Ghana ha enti from the honorable sports minister Kofi Adams was say we appoint our double as the grassroots football ambassador and so ewo Ghana enti abra jumejene koso minister no office no and sama ono so editor double anim
Seriously, I can say, idea we except for say ministry. Ebema said we are here, I made the bill, and we are the camp, board. Also, the better we sports ambassador.
Thank you.
Especially for grassroots football.
Thank you.
Grassroots football because we need to be ambassador for grassroots football.
Nti eno yaw double soccer academy president no enso eno no nti say there from the minister or say yaw double is the grassroots football ambassador enso ewo Ghana ha from the sports ministry eno enso there tiafe yebeko World Cup nyame adoma next year eno USA, Mexico, Canada na mepacha the Canadian High Commissioner to Ghana Mami Anidin any Miriam Montrat na Mami na kasa ose Canada bino omo any USA any Mexico phone na enso edin kuta ho denden a omo hwe kwan a omo be fa so aboa Ghana fo a ye pese ye World Cup ni bie e ma kwanto no mmere toten e ma Ghana fo ni na mom adesrede a ode beto Ghana fo anim ne se wa wo pese ukọ World Cup ni bie je onkrata samontem for our application ni tumuntem said the beya enkonkoye Russia bia na fe o ma mebo USA, Canada and I say Mexico for so boy yentie mame a ni din any Miriam Montrat ono a Canadian High Commissioner to Ghana
with our colleagues in the US and in Mexico just to ensure that we have some cohesion and coherence in the way in which we approach the World Cup. Clearly, my advice will be for people that are interested in attending the World Cup to ensure that they are putting in their visa application as early as possible. And the reason for that is that you also have lots of third-party organizations that will try to pretend that they can make it easier or faster or guarantee that there will be a visa. That is simply not true. The best way is to go directly to the source. Directly to the source, and to avoid scammers will be to go directly to the source. So putting on an application using
Maame no afutuo de magana fo no e wo se yetie ne yepa wo se hwe so obi kotete ba bi se obeboa mo nya visa masa nokure bia anim so pese utu kwan ni bia ko directly to the source ko Canadian embassy ko ho ne ko apply for a visa and I say US and Mexico afa kwan papa no so enkotete ba bia se obi se obeboa me mam ye nkwaje usika ni na ebewie na obebo obi so bo enti maame Miriam Montrat Canadian High Commissioner to Ghana na futua ono so ade ama Ghana for pese ye ko World Cup no enso no na fe ye nko Ghana Premier League match week 12 na me watch na na games no and also air shots here na me watch na e Legon University of Ghana Sports Stadium 4 p.m. Heart to folk any business in airport refi no Nana Kofi Amoa afi Sunday games na beto aso Asante Kotoko any Mediama 4 p.m. Barbara Sports Stadium Alex Amoabin and a baby side game na face Swordro Sports Stadium Swordro All Blacks and Young Apostles Reginald Collins Samoa center referee this side game no odo ni chemu AAK the second arena eno Basake Stars and Nation South Sinebo Hasim Yakubu and a baby side game no afi Bibiani Dance Park Go Stars and Adriana Stars a big game Daniel Nilaye wano ene ko this match na afi bechem Nana Fosuji Abo Park Bechem United ne ho United na bebo referee no Julian Nunu wano ene this game na afi Brekum Golden City Park Chelsea and Samates 1996 and ebebo referee Angelos Akurugu Adongo akra ketwana o senior high school no and ebeko akodi sa game na fe odo ani chemu Pando Sports Stadium Heart of Lions and Karela United and ebebo eno referee din and Lord Nete wano and this game no na fe Monday nyame adoma University of Ghana Sports Stadium 11 Wonders any Dream Chelsea and William Agbovi Jr. wano enso ena ebedi sa game na yede onsem enso etimi ama na ye kan 11 Wonders won sensem no and I know na coach and the any J Sapon okofa adwuma no just 20 days ojaya adwuma no de to ho na owie ye obekan nsem bebre enso e de fa team no ho te drum no bia boys no kra ni di omu ko match kra omu timi fa trotro eni ade na afi de wa wie ka kra J Sapon say coach Samu Kroma say 11 wonders fra na koya adwuma na you are digging your own grave na say wa wutu amana okwa akodam wawu was 11 wonders enye team a e was coach bia e bon hu musuo se obekọ akokochi yenche nsam a J Sapon enso e de atodwa
because right now like I said if any coach dares to go there you are digging your own grave.
Oh
yeah, yes.
Are you not deterring people from going for that?
No, you can go. I'm just speaking on TV. If you like, listen to me. If you don't like, it's not by force. That is my way of I'm telling you. You see, coaches may go there, but I'm telling you this is what we are going to see. Unless, of course, within 24 hours or 48 hours, things have changed. By me, I'm not going back.
Sapon no o say coaches no dey futuo no dey ma on ka say nko na emu ko abehu die tuam e wa 11 wonders enso ase yenti J Sapon enso e de no afei Ruby Mame ema no omu league no women's premier league weekend matches no enso e baso na o hwe northern zone na okay what the can drop southern zone nti ma yenhwe southern zone no fixtures no say na city anyame adom ene Halifax Queens omu ne Hazakas ladies ena airball afei nyame boa ene krona no Epiphany Warriors omo any police ladies ebebo na afei nyambo ochna soccer intellectuals any Samates ladies enso dia boy ni Sunday lady strikers ni Johnina ladies nebo na afei Tuesday army ladies any Oak ladies house of folk former no enso dia boy ni na southern zone oko northern zone games eba so nyame boa ochna Tamale super ladies any Ashtown ladies bebo now if you're china corner no northern city any bobo kwani dini northern ladies na say we northern derby and edekoso prisons ladies e wo sunya nyame bo china omoni fosu royal ladies and edebo na fei dreams ladies o china corner no omo enso ni FC Savannah e dia boy ni Sunday ampemda kwa ladies e wo tachiman omo ani Kumase Sports Academy enso ena ebebo ntia no enso eye games a ebetodwa e wo ma no omo nso afema yade won sam enso etimi to animti eno ne yegina so na afi yade efie nsam ni nasi na yadan ye ho aba be farm no ne nsam no enso de ato so na Ruby Boamena minti we mfio na yenko farm no ne mra yes ena eye amasewa Banita a birthday ama happy birthday nyankopon shop na onto nkwanem oma nkwatente ahode wom na afi nyansa ne nimde enso enye ochefanti ama sewa Banita a very happy special birthday enko emfama afi Ruby fa ba kono so to so ma me na afi minwie na me sorry enaya nanaya birthday nanaya a student ewo Armstead University ewo Tanoso kwada so eho ena uko school wey efi DJ PSA ewo AFRIFA ena say yan show a very happy special birthday osinya nkopon show mano na afionto nkwanem ahoden ene nkwatenten enye ochefa from DJ PSA AFRIFA nana ya a very happy special birthday enko enfama on this note me the feel some no AC ewa ha na for the chairman himself Chelsea fo nyina chairman wakunkon buruta Little King the latest intelligence emfa amanane sem no emetwa so emfa ema.
What a night we have in store.
Another pay live on EZRA 94.1FM. Saturday the pay for Antastic Philabusha for another pay. Yatasi to Monestabla Sopa. I'm a Piason. That's my way to the show. Also, no, me catch us that live up Pubukono. Omakokwe emergency meeting. Now, say emergency meeting. Omakokwe concerning already to the Anaslot. One they about just wrote to Mali for Pubukono and Panafono to Papa Way. Najumana all your this season. And the Mali for Pubukono. Yamaran trust Mujuma and family Fapu. And I said, I was selling for Pubukono. Omutumi sister said the beer. And Yamama started Nakuye and so to already to the Anaslot. Now, I'm according to report another private second. Remember, teachers list to live up on the first time. Woman the most support and the already thing. And Anaslot, what I said, Pano, one trust Mujuma and family for Pubukono. Live for Pubukono. Woman to the what I said, live for Pubukono already thing. And Anaslot and this Papa no trust Mujuma and family for Pubukono. Tena Kano, make a trust and live for Putino. Woman the training, Yamia to watch now. On a live for Pubukono. Almost about resume training. Nothing. Woman to prepare against West Ham. Now, and you must wait to my and the money for Pubukono, and then I'm patching my phone to the Musapantia. You're feeling playing my Kunate, and you defend the second money for Pu, or see a photo of Pierre Stroke, Piate, so live for Putin, and one to bottom, one more criticize Romano, one more to Atum, and Rupa, also with the most subo, not for Mutase, Nami Patridian Queen, play with Tim Piano, one more to Sato, a money for her, now to the post live for Pubukono, or coming back stronger, no matter what Pochuma, not for resource, than Yaman. And family for Pubukono, me patron Nimason, that Massa, and Amali for Pubukono, already to the master, so what Tumpa, so one Casa, and the coaching career, no sound you away, the Bill I want the coaching career, we want us here. Now, the last 7 to 2 years, whoop, yes, season, live for Pubukono, woman, a poor run of former, and yet this season, what I say, no one, me patron, already thing, and Anastrotono, one of the boys in the Campum, now for me patron, Tokubio Saboko, until be open, we patch up about straight to my year for her. One back on contain, not for Ometman getting resource. No, I'm a never some, not my question to Mali Fapo. And then some of the patch already thing, and a slot on your manager. Also at Emily Fapo, Kuroma Montaigne, and on a pass road about to jar. You want to man, that's what to Mabosha for, and on patch money already telling Jamaica, she a former player. At Emily Fapo, was say, hey. Already till I'm a slot on the water. I will live for Pubukono. Papa no 1 week. So bet me I say with a Juma. What I say me patch on the next 1 week no. Some resource then to man quay. I'm from already till I'm a slot. Also live for Pubukono against West Ham. One bought against Sunderland. And after Leeds United Pubukono. So much way. Ever determine the future for already till I'm a slot. The name man quay. Me patron for the former pod national tour. One more problem so that beer. One bet to my ass willing for Putino from relegation. AT&T Summer already telling Jamaica former player. That Emily Fapu. One more thing. Another person about to Yama. You sound no.
Well, Carragher has had some pretty strong words to say about Slot's future. Writing in the Telegraph, he said Arne Slot has a week to save his job. It's hard to believe that sentence is being written, but Liverpool's next 3 games are against West Ham United, Sunderland and Leeds United. Anything fewer than 7 points will make an already unacceptable situation untenable.
You look at the managers, we don't go through managers. He's given the chance. He brought the league last year, so I think he has to be given the time. He's brought the players in, he just needs them to mould together. So hopefully he's the right man for the job.
Stick with Slot. You won the league for Liverpool last season. That wasn't a fluke. He's invested £500 million in new talent and new players, so it's not a signing for 3 weeks, it's a signing for 6-7 years.
Liverpool, they need to stick by him. It'll be crazy anyhow getting rid of a manager after winning the league last year, but I think he will get it right.
I think he's done an okay job. You know, won the Premier League last year. You know, that's no mean feat. You know, it's tough. We've got good players there, just don't seem to have clicked.
Supporters no so RTT all players also RTT and all I am a part already till and a slot of Jude that's why I want to have until already till and a slot massa and Crofokuma Congo team promoted so much my year nothing never some Yatuma to Malin for Pubukono now couldn't to report another problem seeker airport some young man to Pubukono we must want to live for Pubukono I couldn't find the paper Konateno woman interest beer ewa abronte for Ibrahim Konate no ebeto twasa Yelman to Bobo Kono omo pa abronte initially na Yelman to Bobo Kono omo consider so betuma sani abronte for Ibrahim Konate na so na say oye also Premier League Yelman to put for and they are told for mo say they have no interest in signing abronte to Ibrahim Konate until they report another pay me say ka mame abronte literally anto trouser honestly play second ba Arsenal Bobo Kono e ma run fi say da me atuma be patro Asante me say match we ye firi wie me e Chelsea na fay Arsenal Bobo Kono wo me na tempo ni kama pa na abronte fi ni anto trouser wo kokupa e ma report another pay me say ka Pochettino na further test e ko so enso to ma abronte literally anto trouser na fay medical team no that's why I say abronte ni betuma ya flop na fay Arsenal ni Chelsea game no wo betuma tem no betuma sakai enso to ma Arsenal Bobo Kono na mo patro report no problem second blow Pochettino abronte ni to fit to Okaras on the offer already to the Kai Havers also Wednesday no obu coaches can say the beer the patromedical team the better assessing the level of your recovery na report no problem seka Pochettino na me antuma the patro and na for na me antuma tira medical team the submission and no my boys ni want to no more so 2 points ni better fit abra as na Bobo Kono and the chance to Bobo Kono to the point we Premier League mo I was Stamford Bridge minim already to the Mikel Arteta match way again we who papa no ni players so be pursue be coming back na fe kan edba Arsenal Bobo Kono emsa to adwa from Pietro Peme eno dey kaka be patro free Arsenal e fo mo so ni pa eno no pay want to mo so to mo so for be patro na to na tini pasa ya brante for the Declan Rice and for ready to Moises Isaac Corosco Casito to no for Moises Casito mo game and to why na me patro the trasa we bet to Manchester but when it comes to the typical DM number 6 na must we powerful Etienne Yonko enti na me atuma Asante I'm for possible to conclusion na fay omo so me patro na me atuma Asante no already to Moises Casito and I make catch you some say na so no press and also already to the Rice it is some matter I no be thing and just to talk away I am a patro London derby and to between Arsenal and also Chelsea Bobo Kono Stamford Bridge Fulham Manchester Stadium and team the report no pay me say ka you want to so to Bobo for na waterba me patro ram e war Yelman to Bobo Kono so ya mana front to the star Yelman to Bobo Kono apprenti for the step pastayo Bolinfara Federation Junior to no Federation Junior so player o se kan to Yelman to Bobo Kono also the catch us apprenti to Yelman to impede for the and now they say what the point basic kata so be extended the contract in Tamaru Yelman to Bobo Kono and the Yelman to impede for we must show Pamania apprenti the so far as already to the champion also and now they say the point basic kata so obey extended the contract in the so Tamaru Yelman to Bobo Kono and to the person that me to the best club the contract and but we are not say the me to the signature that's how Yelman to impede first of all no call the no patch of the front to the person report in intelligence a big reporter say so apprenti for the Federation or yes Asante initially sika na abronte ni timantino na nuashe sasa abronte no watiri timas no so aryoba to Bobo Kono empire 40 years sasa progress apa abronte for the Federation Junior or the point basic kata so be stand and so Tamaru Yelman to Bobo Kono nanka e direct e command say already to the Federation Junior some on to bio e second for Yelman to Bobo Kono nanka Yelman to empire 40 na abronte for the LA Holland o second Man City Bobo Kono or any player Yelman to put the front of the power now what to repress apprenti for the Federation Junior and you report another problem seka you want to that's what to get to so me patro de say we compare to Bobo Kono so ya apprenti for the Hurricane it was sekai and about to Bobo Kono we do say na me to na apprenti the kwa according to report intelligence on Pamegina purchase over 65 million euros release clause as the contract him next obekwa just say na me atuma before January or catch up about to put the first na me atuma say next one me person be come na for me kosi kind of club for na eno and betuma master 65 release clause no and also betuma yetuma constant about for the Hurricane report no problem seka purchase promote to put the front in the pass what relationship with Abrontia the Hurricane and that just about pass or person ko na me atuma me patron to most to the best as the peer when we met to start discussions no depend as the cat has not to the contract and so to Bobo Kono report no problem seka na abrantia the for the social boy honestly pro second about Paramount Crystal Palace and the top Paramount pay the first one per player no about Paramount pay the first one pay 15 million euros and some about 20 player no one call and on the report no Pemeseka na Jude according to another report Pemeseka part say Liverpool pay the first a contract already thing and then send to their second Zidane former manager and the Mario tomorrow could say Liverpool job no na nature wo dey say na dey no crowd wo dey wo make season no and former Liverpool bobo kono na kanyami atuna se France etuma ne betawa wo dey on kono for ko manager and former France national team no report no Pemeseka part say Zidane and then Liverpool etuma no ho and report no Pemeseka already to the Zidane ya say Zidane me part to the Liverpool etuma no the kind of players for mo no papa na need to jump on her once Liverpool for the serious and that's some Katoka already to European flipper Moriba cast on your manager the Manchester United after spending £200 million still Manchester United put the 14 passer squad more and you're limited when your son was squad you're limited after spending £200 million what Asante no report another pay may say already to the Parlamento Silva Botavega di Carvalho to know for the Parlamento Silva as we play second Man City when we say AC Bobo Kono and for Juve or Potter system the commander still run and part on for Prince Kataswe standing for Man City or what Juve for Bobo Kono AC Bobo Kono or may ready to welcome a Brantia the for the Parlamento Silva Botavega di Carvalho to know for the Parlamento Silva but already to the Cristiano Ronaldo Santos Savero El Temporano San Rapino Bokina and Picho to know for the Ronaldo also with the just FIFA and 24 parties in that campaign and I could have brought for Ronaldo so could have record no Sampano or must suspend report on Pemeseka parties teams are over to against Portugal the patron the Monte Starkers Liverpool cast say Abayaka Ronaldo the patron Pano I was said to me to the patron FIFA World Under 17 Portugal for Naje Bibia so to makoe and the Portugal national team no to send us some control content report no pay me say ke we to that's what to for life on the court super makata 94.1FM me patron really to Ronaldo Federico Arroyo da Silva to no for Ronaldo Arroyo and me patron say ke the pass bobo could supporters no and the intent could champa so be a pass and put the front no so boss and put the front to pass who per one of the players so to recover no na say the form no e pa for Portugal and then come pass bobo kuna aya bronte for Ronaldo Arroyo na me patron me to makoso boss bobo kuna mo to wing kabako wo mo to left back and off pass bobo kuna and so e mo to striker no for central defender na me ato this robo so be mu and on report me patron no pay if you pass bobo kuna so here and so the patron no match sleep so to me koso conference league no for Europa League no and yes some to talk me patron the to some the resource I want to and not to talk me patron not for us the last year 5 games among those here me patron run for some come to live for bobo kuna as we to live for bobo kuna so could come bibia to me koye and I'm not for the bobo kuna Roma Semino Midland take care of Bako Aston Villa Semino young boys and so take care of Bako Porto Semino Sam not just in the Antimana Oshe from a part of different virus a queer 1-1 and off a final as so to feel Asante continue to come here so to Bako after Lima Proportion 9 I'm a Diamond Zagreb as so Antimana Oshe and I say Luton Great Rosgard as so Pomade Semino Sato de Vigo take care of Menu Payuk as so Bako I'm a Brown as so take care of and off Victoria Palace and a 5 Bokuya nil Bologna Semine Number South Botekano Bako, Rasta Belgrade, Asha Bako, Stua Bukarasti, Asha Tekano Bako, Amasa, Rasta Belgrade, Shabako, Amastua Bukarasti, Wamaswan to Manache Gang, Asha Yanuma Basel, Tekano Bako, and often go ahead Eagles Trophy Stuttgart, actually to the Canada of Maccabi Tel Aviv, and some Olympic Renee Patronosu Nil, not just for us, SMS, Mamo FF, as well to Manache Tway, I have some of the resources and also Barrier Batista, Utrecht, at Tekano Baku, Yusko. And of the Rangers, that's when the Sporting Bar 1-1 until that get on the way. I have some of the resources and also help another pay. Yeah, want to another person to be here to matter so. Yeah, so listen, I'm a real Kofi Asante Ennin. And of first, Mike Baba Tosso, the one patrol, Mama in the birthday way, and from my Yenya, the thing, and opening Kodopia, aka Tola. Yes, Tola, a pardon you, the patrol, Chrono, the day to the mantua, Fema appear. Oko school, our living stream school, our Ebuaka, yes, where your Nanajua Fema appear, Mr. Kojo appear, aka Tola, where electrical engineer, ne baba enso enie eti happy birthday girl nyankopon sha na for wonto nkodam na be pia so enko e koso birthday awo betway na betway ala mi pato twa bet na wo so betuma kasika bebre enyama so betuma ko e enti ama every woman bia na sika na mu anu ya betway no fa mi pato ma ben fa to no say wo wotim kam e no pay mi pato enso commentator set na mi atuma otira enso commentator set na to aso na jama no ten ana fa so wo say twa bet na ope bia wo bedi sika bebra e ya WS betting what I said WS betting ti ko so a na twa bet no so na bi pia e betuma ko e enso tomantie de si aba Reverend Kofi Asante Ennin and Mr. Mike aba beto so enso de tie eje twiato
Asenso suggested that the proposed Accra-Kumasi Expressway is wasteful. And that we in the opposition opposed the dualization. So, Speaker, that cannot be the case. So, Speaker, I was surprised and amazed to see a colleague, member of parliament, particularly an MP from Kumasi, to describe the project as wasteful. Mr. Speaker, an MP of which the road is leading to his constituency will say that the road is wasteful. Mr. Speaker, to the extent that the said MP wrote to the president to say to the president that don't do that project. Mr. Speaker, I'm surprised. I am surprised. Mr. Speaker, I'm surprised to hear that. And so, Mr. Speaker, let me say this. That this road from Accra to Kumasi is more than a road. It is opening up a country. So for an MP from that constituency to write and to say that the road is wasteful and we should not do it, and write to the president that the president should not do the project, Mr. Speaker, it's untenable. Right, Honorable Speaker. I want to put it to him, if I wish he's here, for him to say it, that if he has not written to President John Mahama saying, Mr. Speaker, I'm not alleging, I want him to prove it. Mr. Speaker, I want him to first deny here so that I can provide you evidence. Mr. Speaker, he did not only stop there. He went on to describe the road leaving Accra to Kumasi, the first expressway of its kind, as wasteful. Mr. Speaker, it can't be wasteful. It cannot be wasteful. It is actually transformational. It is what will open this country up. Mr. Speaker, the Chinese says that if you want to get rich, build roads first. We will get rich and we'll build the roads that will connect this country properly. Right, Honorable Speaker.
The filthy words he used to describe Akufo-Addo Chirame London Heathrow Airport. And he said, Onokura wanemi free kuro bako. Otumi didi na tem eyewe amedi didi na tem.
Watrase. Aduanaba Kofi Asante Ennin. Bema wunsinsuo mansa na waham. Kotopun buni awoda ya yama bua dancham de ho santra kopu bunu mu. Popochichi a ufrinsu ase beka se danchama wa. Yenyi wachinye. Kanka kantamantu kodu ya bakankama yenkaruni ya humudro. Wonya bema wote tatatata na odimirika koto tata. Netete wa wusi afiri tete. Wokukodrufu wa wasani okokoroko danta amuno se wodanta. Bekwen a wajiudin wa akono. Kofi se uko baabi amade nchiwani mo. Le bia na onankanini bi dakwam. Anopa bosu agugu nusu ama ni trimu aye ninya. Aduana de hia wotuja. Etiketu esoda ye kase. Abodwese na yemfa mfimfimu hunahuna wo. Ye kukuru wo. Yantu mi nanso wotimi kukuru de omanfo antimi yan kukuru. Ame ye de kroi mu nsam hye wano se katre ye. Wo kama koma atoyem. Na de onimu to no. Wono ne ye de ni gina tro no ano. Ya no nti ye de Ghana kuma nyina hye wonsa. Ama Ghana kuma ba wonti na yete. Na neidie ye se EZRA ADEKYIE. EZRA tra oboafo. Ya no nti Kofi wo ye ya nopa mu boafo. Boaboa nsam na no na mfoforo ye. Esan se ye ni ofoforo bia. Kofi watena se ye de yenso ya krado. Ye tiew ya no nti Kasa.
Right, so we are back. Hi, EZRA TV, EZRA Radio, and Ghana. Good morning. And I had a final funeral right. The state barrier at the man and Akron Dwajima Rollins, the former first lady, and and Osha live on our TV. Yeah, the full streaming Bebreu and Anopay at the BBA Bema live. Our Facebook page EZRA Radio Sanso and the BBA so we're live on your TV so our EZRA TV. So Mike is seated, Edusi is seated. So Mama Yenya a few issue of any say newspapers na fe yamfa Kredu Ajima Rollins a year no live and to so my for. Okay. Now me original minister the page. Or saying 13 hours ago no post to you. Who is the dean of the NPP Asante MPs? The question is asking. Are they all choosing T-shirts
and Ghana card over expressway. Or Bantama MP is on his own. Say, are they choosing T-shirts and Ghana card over express way?
Okay.
And I said Bantama MP is on his own. We are Asante regional minister. Now the other man and Yadron, Ibini.
Ade.
We say, Abe, we Edinka regional minister. Kobusa question we know. Could you see the page in one? No. Now on fan children, Quino said the BCI. So now followers to do our one, including myself, near Kowa and so. Say, Quano send a tea, send a baby, send a how. So, and then I make a no. But I can't say no, they are nice a day. Eventually, they are crying, chilling crop for the baby. No, and not so way. So, the win confirmation to explain it.
I told answer time for to a time no more to piano in them. A boy piano man a time in the
boy piano.
Exactly, you just want to all this all in a crowd of beef.
I am beef no more beef.
I'm more than beef.
Beef no crowd last week. Sorry.
Yes.
Emma, as I'm so back, say, time will not start Facebook. No, now I'm saying I'm working with JSS. No, sir. The social media no was on what cost we judge. The one more beef no the say what that.
But then as so like I say, was here no that no.
Also no.
Regional minister will follow us.
Regional minister no. TikTok about you know no yeah. But before TikTok no na Facebook oh. So I say. And now Facebook that time near day Oprah mini be Facebook no. Enye no. Nti that time na as I so say. Wono na otimi ya live for Facebook. That time na amwako Jesus. Nti se na amwako anyini. Na say
oh ba asenso ne amwako different like age enye more than 10 years. More than 10. Asenso is around 44 45.
But our for
then regional is around 34.
Ebia usani
now because we are around 34.
Nti ebia
is around 34 and amegwa. Yes, check his age.
Nti ono hu ni say ono asenso so nyina no use Facebook. Na no ya amwako nyini na wo ba be use TikTok. Bari asa ha eno kwa TikTok no na organ na abo no TikTok. Na so obo organ na oyire to was the film.
As is 48.
And as I saw 48.
And regional is 35.
They are in your penny. So we really didn't use Facebook. But beef no so you come up. Beef we best say ya. Me beef for your social media manager. We try to have we have a try one. Come up. I was young call a year crata hodwa benmu na yemfa na poso mamo ene fiada ene bojaye eninti memfa daily guide da obokrata no enhyase emfa emamom na daily guide da obokrata no hwe animu a opani kwantrefo a wono na buffer stock na woda no the case no asanso a case bi pa the case no asangusu a AKC na attorney general terese afei na oboaboa ne nkrata no na afei wonom ene opani no de akwakobo anipa Hanan Abdul Wahab enti no so krata na egbo amane na no pay ewo daily guide animu hom na yewra Matthew Nyindam ni case no eno so ese peja pa pandai mrase beduani no say court wa hye say 2024 abana wono to ye no wo say esan so kotu ni biemu na enum no ko mrase beduamu a na mrase beduafo no bi ye say
I think there are two so after mama the video of the former first lady Finra. I think some tributes are being
one more can be
better when it's much about the former first lady.
See one okay, I'm confirm number. I was for dear for rental China more na make come for amawadaroma bronya ho ne to bronya ne ma ne die open plate a ho draw bowls open television inches bi atete ne ma so JB sound bar open wine glass plastic bowls open basket open fridge any freezers ahodo nyina me sure DF or rental China more ho na abeko afterwards sofa closet curtains any curtains bar, mattress, open traveling bags, kettle, pillow, nina. Ya tete ya maso, the other to be answer ya 20% off. We a discounter, a copim 8 December. Ya wo Kumasi Atinga Junction. Ya wo Kumasi FM ne, Adesi FM mhwe ni mu hwa 0202 977777 na oni won munim komo divine garlic mixture and make am farmer was na kuma bon tentem de nsa na tighty hypertension one so doctor so we see the yade so to ase mra divine garlic mixture ni bi so yam watim ana menstruation emayi honam taye o ya no anom bi enam yade adro no ntima na mema wate nem yade no eya amonnum bi do don so tentem wono divine garlic mixture baby eto nro bi ato 0530-172-086 Betway SMN control say bet responsive na edisi kabebre the yan say when you from 18 years echo ayem penifo agudie draw Betway say all mount better so open soccer striker Fly X chicken game spine the bottle ni nyina bi our Betway and into bet exclusive games na also uniska bebre Betway and akwa bet Odome Enterprise and American farmer was en kan nyina jano odawro ma wasifie na besiesie mu amemu efemu behind here Odome Enterprise your the Christ ahodo nyina open electrical wires what the be wire ofie Dalias crystal light your corner light street light wall light and light ahodo nyina ya sanso ewo wires ahodo electrical fittings nyina so ya katia ebo ofie okompene na opese wire ni nyina no eho akankade ni nyina so ewo hom adum ajaba abrosane mu 0208727907 now near Ennin komo kumi habati tea no a eyi amaman tea no a eyi sisi adem shawada wo ho na wani su yo bisibisi obo na osori anopa na nisu ye kusu wo hunu ba bia misro eya atanum kumi habati ne bi waposo yo ya untimi ne di anum bi sanso na omoja na so ate wo low pressure na high blood pressure ni nyina no so num bi eya fibroid tea no ben na ne fibroid no ama ebe free onipadua ne mu ya fe no kumi habati Dr. Kumi edi nubra ene hahan hodo bebre na aye eni ntie tu yade bebre nso asen be eto nro bia benya Dr. Kumi number ni 0248716402 na enshroba painting say wasi dina wie no mesro awasa openti kanaka do a efe dan no usi ni empenti ya enyefe nemom said ye besia penti no ene be nso eden na nemo nyam soro resident commercial industrial interior painting ye so bia na ye school ye tro ho ye draw apple na ye tro aguase na ya draw obi a wo bobo ni nyina ye be ye dia ma ya kwafa graphiato aba ya o sidan ni wie ni ye de graphiato fa ho a edan ho wawai edan ho floflo ho papai graphiato ya o de esiesie wo dan no ye ene ye de bia Ghana ha ye ton to 4 ene ne ba kutomu wadaroma mo amupe bia tu no momra meduma na momra menya bintu ye se autography to ha ye chew enum free obana wie ss opeso osua painting so a fanebra meduma inshaba painting ye nhwe na djuma 0554818900 new Bafana ba Mr. ene ne capsule wadaroma Bafana ye dupa ye de Bafana mala mix aba misro wo yem kro osa no Nombafan Malamex na emwao typhoid Nombafan Malamex and afei wa owa malaria so na wa Nombafan Malamex and wetu no wa yade ahodo bia ehawom low sperm count usisi ya high blood pressure kidney failure mesawa da wo ho na wo yembo kudu ana bema premature ejaculation o bema hia na enye na efon yekuma bi oyo oba ensufita bi tagu ojonso ana obema mu yoya oyo oba oni bema hia na bema yoya mesro nom new Bafana ba mesa ene ne capsules enure ye no mbom ye wo press ene wonsu oto anu atowe aka ho na afi odi anom won be yodin we eye Bafan ene diaba bebi eto onuro bia benya bia to Doctor number 0240581585. Ernest Herbal Industry say, "Oh your bar stretch marks and a pimples Emma de bia unya a confidence in fan anti-chrome so unya earnest ointment Fabis Restra Nantema proper beko chicken pox beko also the anon pompo bi na ebo wo anasa sabe motuam ne yinka so ya mo fabi twitwi motuam na embaye hwam kama pa earnest awake natural capsules so e man ne mema nom so a boost immune system a samboa sexual weakness early discharge so it was here or prostate mu hawa aya numbi o jonso ana obema mu yo ya numbi wa think of form or menstruation mabiem so a strong one awake natural capsules na abuao 0079915 Reko Heba Mr. Sofo Reko and a dear Droya bed drama so was sisi ya ya waposo yo ya o menstruation no sabe emaye e massa de was eba o de ani ekoko wo mu jabro so o to ase eta twetwen a eye Reko Heba Mr. na onom wadawroma esan so ye may vitality mema eye amunum bie na mema yo be gina ne na som promise eba ewo oiripa Paul Sack ewo imrum apedank ewo mrum and a Sack pharmacy so ewo patase 0244470067 na onsa intimin kabi na House of Ezra Worldwide Ministry makatro enra na sase ene anopasom no edaso a ekoso eye nonso ekopem dubako ewo enkran enwumre eye watch night chencherenche pa ntene enkran fo nyina munhia ye ewo House of Ezra La Paz Race Course Rasta Junction ho ana asafwe ewo Papa Kofi Amponsan wo ho eni ntiye nyina ye hia nyame adom a kwasiada annual harvest anopanon so kopim duba kompemu ampaya ebedwa enchechiremu no 0248868189 nyame adom a otena Ezra commentator search baso misese ya tete abetia na ne cha no abetia ne atete amna kakuma bi na asa ane nti wanto aba mfama de opena asemu a na okofi aka kra bi hwan na edi nkunim nwaje 100 million no de ase ne botomu hwan na ewie hwan na efiri mutena to aba efama de opena asemu ye nyame adoma no miensa kan na ya sase the luckiest essay o phone no emfa mo game nko a emfa nya WhatsApp nko an ko Fediska bo star 712 hash ne diska bebre de yan so beto ticket to bi mo bi to bi ma ho na wadisika the luckiest africa.com na fe onso watimi adiska bebre ti over
yeah so Sir Mike Adu over there's a breaking news
okay
anopay a young lady seen in a viral video say ye bra branch bi
girl no a obo boy no
obo chief no
apostle
no chief doing hon komo no
apostle for ache no
ache girl no
e wo subiri so
nice one
e wo half one half na ya che abrante ba akon so won carry
okay
abrante na no che blue yellow no
okay ono si ache no
o ma che ba akon aya ye re wona wana ka no this is for now that's the press and the other police say why very other press and the other police
I was say omochi o nti eye pa I was say omochi o because no the omo ye na nsem hunu
interesting
and na eye say aba
oni
at the right time
yes
offer eye say ya chege no but it's a disgrace to brotherhood no
said they intra
dear ama brotherhood and you and say say be mama oba abona ma police abete no wagu mema ni nyina ni mase
enu nti na mema bi ofi a
wagu ni mase
o mo ntimi meka no because ye wo kan na the be ti a say fere say be ma o yire
na ya fere dia fere say be ma o yire bu wo
na say
fere kwan ba na afa so hihye efie no a alinti ama oyire ne mo because minim die besie kwan ba na afa ahye efie no o hye efie say ya be ma oyire bo na in fact it's a disgrace adema brotherhood
oyire bo wana ayede
da bi afere ofa
sa
say na
si be mu akofo ba kase 10 gram
ofa
na wa che onu wo hwewa
ofa minim mai bi ne tenten ne tietia no obededa ma ha wu na yire odi na chia na yire ne bu no wasese fie wo ye be ma de emfa wo no size Ona wo ye head. Eni nti ni kwan se be ma o ma oba yo sa ti we no wagu mama nyina ni mu ase nyame adomo a enra ena na nko se nka brother would hia. But enra ye nya emergency bo baby. Enti nyame adomo a Monday 7:30 brotherhood nyina ye hia abrantie ho. Ye hia because ade a abrantie no aye no wakoka be ka brotherhood ni nyina o de nimguase abre yen. Oba no wa nya de e wo se ye no but o de tian hey obejai. Oba de obo na o tian hey a obejai. Na woba boa sa woro ne mpaboa. Wantimi anti no. Antimi anka no amena nyai. Enti na wabu se ya dia.
Ba gay pa. Tezi ya che no.
Eva to fa girl no she kurase ni. Girl no e kurase ni. Be ma bo oba ye tena ha ya condemn. Girl no ye kurase ni. Ana e ma girl no nso enhyeni tirim se wa bo boy no. Ko se nya boys no ba 3 bi na gina ho a enka boy ne ba bo no. Enka ne enka boy no ne atero nya oba no. Eti yes. Oba senka enya boys miensa no enra tama mo ne boy di ko na metifie na meti. O se boys ni bi kura pege na we. Eti aye omana ekika gumu no mu so ni mu. Eni nti senko na bi no se ono kwa bebo ge no a e bi anka boys no kwa beto ase no so abo no. Eni nti ma ge no hye ni tirimu se wa bo boy no boys na gina woni ntia na ka ono kwa anka ba this time nka chick boy no ama nka ge no so da hospital. Ge no ye kurase ni oba wo bo be me bia ni nyansa. Oba wo bo be ma eni oba ni bufuo na TV so no atema de abom microwave so no atema reform unim nyansa unyansa akwa se adwe ba mpaboa no enye gewe wasa record yahu anim wan wasa abada hoyi na minim de ntia positive ochi obi ane ade ade afuna nim ge yi mu video enne nam krom obi ahu nanim so de ade akate nanim say ya obese nya be ma bi pa mana san atra ne ho no e be yire because obinya ofa ubenya de bi a obo gallery bi kama
obinya gallery
wayi hu na mpabo atwa be ma ni so na susu ampa se nam social media now
so mama yemfa Nana Kwendwa Ajema Rollins.
Okay.
So I think we can pair and have a side. So this is the President John Dramani Mahama and the wife Baby far past the body of the late Nana Kwendwa Ajema Rollins. So that is the President of the Republic. Earlier no yenya the service chiefs yenya the former President John Ajekum Kofo and Mpenimfaudu omina by that is Akufo-Addo Bawumia and all the former head of state. When Nana Akufo-Addo was the best friend to Kwedu. Very, very, very. But I had the opportunity to be at the Jubilee House one day, and President order through the chief of staff said on Sunday cash 2 and command the former first lady and director of transport Nana Pong and the DHR or more operationalize the directives. So the President of the Republic and more channel more TV, you know, this is what you are watching. So MCR what bet me on my third view into mama we know that na yamra top in chemu na let's continue to watch. So we and the man and I'm is that the case? Yes.
Yeah.
The man
so on defense minister.
Oh, and your Bruja and feed the
on your man.
Bruja and
feed Bawumia.
And this Bawumia so was Brenna when was the do walk to Joma say.
Oh, so all charon there, Bonimuas. And you're not quite others in the Bonimuas. No, Anna Bawumia or respected leadership.
No, Bawumia is so humble.
Or respected
leadership. Bawumia as a person, he's so humble.
One thing I like it. So the opposite,
you do.
So yes, it you know. If you are ambitious about a president, the one to be president.
For Bawumia, I know he's a very humble.
Yeah,
very humble. Very, very humble man. And that is the former the barrier service of the former first lady, the late Kwendwa Ajema Rollins and motion. So
born on November. Who say November so?
And we
yes, 17th November 1948. And no. Obey first lady 1979. Kakrebi and Obreki and Osankoba in 1981.
Okay.
Edbasi 2001. And then or a founder at the 31st December Women's Movement. Yaba Ghana ne Africa now or one of the advocates for women's rights. Beijing conference Obekaya na Udima Kotnepa. The political career as a politician or a vice chairperson for the NDC. And in 2012, we break away from the NDC, Equatorial National Democratic Party. Over here, the first woman in Ghana to seek nomination for a major political platform. Or yes, so Beko as a presidential candidate. Now, Reverend Oya from 1977 to 1979, she was very active in social and women-centered advocacy programs. In 79, briefly, Obeya first lady during Rollins' first tenure as the head of state. In the 80s, 81 returned as first lady after Rollins' second takeover. And 82, she founded the 31st December Women's Movement. All daycares, majority of daycare centers, kindergartens, any women skills training centers, our Ghana and Inano, was under her initiative and Odibaye. And then women's involvement in local governance under PNDC regimes is now a very influential. Influences the inclusion of gender equality and affirmative action principles in the Ghana's new constitution, which is the intended constitution. Or expanded a man that first December Women's Movement into hundreds of communities. And maternal health care programs, microcredit schemes, and a girl child education. So she was very, very instrumental. All this now in the 90s.
So I see the ministers and one I who will be a bishop.
The clergy no.
Yeah, Bishop Olenu, the Accra Assistant Bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana, and I'm who the Church of Pentecost, General Secretary. Yes, I've seen the Presby, and so it will be and few others I don't know, but these are clergies. Also, pay more last respect to the Anglican I see there. Roman Catholic I see there, many of them I see. Wow, it's interesting. Okay.
Almost far pass.
Yeah.
But President I had a far pass.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the city. Because John Kumadiano. Sunday state barrier. And
no. Hey, John Kuma, yes.
It was a state barrier.
Yeah. John Kuma was a state barrier.
Because I remember I said, okay, about late in here.
Yeah.
Because President anybody it was late. Into a we and I win say
yeah. Say we woman in about we nominate. No. What I saw there, the president appears to be almost the last person.
Okay. Just as a photo
yeah.
Okay.
In fact, what I saw, the president was the last person here in the far past. Because I could forbear a president by. Okay. I saw the old man. I saw for an echo. I saw for a quack bomb pie.
Okay.
For the memorial. And I saw for an echo. So these are the clergies, and they will do the last one.
Okay.
They pray and they take over.
Okay. I dare back when Mr. Mammy said, Yami Adumana or Coca Rollins one. The moment near Japan, Senka, Neba Zinato. Next year, Mahama Ekano. We wouldn't say Zinato a minister. at least.
Oh, na say na to dey dey obey minister.
Da ben say
na da be dey na da be na say be ni padoso. We bia na enya minister aye.
Oh, there be ba obi o ha.
Bia na enya minister.
Obi o ha. O ye da we ni free menye you. And Emma mo NDC mo no. Why one of the finest women in
Oh yeah, no there, in there. And they do that.
Come on.
Well comported. Well, very, very welcome. But I say no, you are bear man no one year into politics.
See, be an nature than your house.
Young man, no, they are on Shada Bobiansa. I like his lifestyle.
Do celebrate the most with post
for
as for
oh,
with post.
Now then, my brother, a lay president. I see. Oh, post saying. Edian tina okasi die post. Mentiase. Emu de atade de so na na ase dey.
How say you say no I say but nyame adma chede no say representing
a part of the distance.
Yes. One gazana.
Vai gidi. They are investment. We call it investment.
Okay.
And it be our there. I'll use your berets, you get your sacks, you get your, you know, it be our there.
Now, yeah, come was in Busa, because now we're heading Hadrian. I don't know, soft one. Say, Ubiwa. Because maybe you should have word. I was saying, I don't know what the kind of do animal guy. But I say, a year and a hundred pentam. Honor preaching, papa. So far, I will say, I'm over for a buy, and Besako, still one of preaching. Yes, a bushel for a penny, sorry, no, to my aqua, and you were so. And you once are opening to the M. Quaji Manco for. Now, what you know, so many party as a people there, and they need an encounter. Hey, what be yasia? I want less or once a wound. I'll bet me a down. So, Mike, it's a yasi, you ever preach. Most of boys see Jama, time of so young and Nama me, not me, barrier service now, your boy Jamasem. I dare me Yamokra. Obia what a reflection, solemn reflection. The animal forces are. What is the man forces? Because Uprichi and Mike, Ambassador, Sir Mike, I've been such a Nancy. Young preacher won't country us at Chinchina, such a what you. Nyame, the Holy Spirit convict. We only preach, we are just a vessel. Also for pure Kaza, be preaching Chinchina, Madam, I've been such an issue to him. It's not possible. We only preach, the Holy Spirit takes the message and convict. Young Kenyan Sassam, I was all them and I say yes. But you Kenya Messam and Yamia Samsono and Sisani Pakeku, a convicted pa, a you are 10 and make you watching the other day. It's a so and I tell you, and yes, I just often bet him Casse and I catwa, I said in Kaiti radio see from Anapa. No, Yakasa. What I say, but when I'm in church, it's a different thing. I'm only talking, and the Holy Spirit. The bad day. Juma. The end brasso says Onya Adin Sachra, Concrobana Sachra. Also for the Uprichi away. But by a much ado. Yes, send the Mupi. I saw for business chair. Don't know about 80%. Two was a bush a penny, Quahana, sorry. Now, boys, I'm a year from a pound will be coba. Oh, boy, any crutches of us of time. Oh, boy, near fee. Oh, boy, near me. So from fee crowns, Cromon or suffered any two. Some may crusade to Crumo. Now, someone I saw the Momra Montama, the Chimo Yas and the Amamo. Until you said, yeah, Munchatan. What can I I'm what I cast some the power. But I wasn't wolf, no, sorry. No, what on the came. Movie away, the Mumian near. Oh, I wanted to scacra. Yes, preaching. No, what I come at ever dream. Say, he say, John Kuma days, the late John Kuma days, he never preaching. It's to Danaba. There be no student. They used to. They used to Danaba. Yeah, also funny is to Danaba. There are no many abres. I'm in from Hunty. Nah, many abres. Also funny is to Danaba. Almost one check. Yes. So when you be about a toe, don't one out of you be an 50. That be methods of what you acquire for ye.
nya method
but preach sa
method of be no be kwa gina years now on any mu cry me that we ye be 3
but ya na said yeah sometimes at you say so for ni preach us can years be am say I want but
okra no che no
one want che now sikani ne de ono
majo fi no
one fast magic because when him so watch out me sorry akọ
now friend yeah
ono ne de ya no ba
yeah
na so dem no enya na yemo dia some jimi you
no say me you no omo aboafo na bebo na de omo
ebi nko asori futu
no asori bie no waje ya sika e de tunu futu
na me na kamateris dia
ebi sida
na kamateris
ya nje mfanya hwe omo a bia nza asofo beba we fa ka ne ade bi no ba and give an TNT ya asori bie no na church
okay
waba eyi ne we yi asene sika ne de aka asori sika yenye bi da we don't do that
na edu Sunday dia no na asa asori ne dia na
o se na asa asori ende ye asori abeda onyame ase okay what you say ende ye asori ye Sunday ba say me da ya ye and I say no we don't do that. The money doesn't go to the church. It's the team on a bar ye obi o Methodist new onye Methodist new oba be boy man barrier service no kweno. They just share the money for them. That's all. Some ministers don't even take it.
Okay. What the mom is a TNT?
Yes, you just take it. I thought I could be work 10 cedis. I thought I could be 20 cedis. Yes,
depending on the year.
Depending on the year chrono. Say them try the munya no. Okay. What I say? Many ministers don't even take it. I'm not going here.
Oh, and then the here suffer.
There be and the
say here suffer. Bibiri sa no na
e se urade no munyam
mpo sofo ni kwaze hia sofo me me se me hu me sofo na ne ho aye fa me ne me tirim pa because eno na ekasa kire se nyame mu no wura mu a emu ye na eya na me se materes mo ye bidia se obi afiri mu no na obada ase a yese mo mfo bi mesi anan.
Yes.
It
doesn't matter. You see, the understanding is that it's living a hole and a memory.
Okay.
You don't necessarily say brat, sorry. But if you create a woman who are we don't want that legacy, my building to just die out. Sorry. We encourage to walk around. Oh, the enemy somebody should come and continue.
Okay.
And it's a motivation. Now mommy a milk penny. Now mommy a youth president be. Now mommy be papa sorry leader be. On an boy says sorry. There must be that continuation. Because obi anytime there's a mantle obi kono or the nechija obi.
Okay.
And even when Jesus Christ was living or she saw the name mommy be day ebenye obi a day ejano. So there must be a continuation of life and what we do. And untini ani say encourage for be said the beya niema pebi and in the memory no will still live with the family.
Na na bi wa mo say untonkonya be 20.
Memorial. Oh. Memorial. And you be an so be and you be an
mutimi ya na akenkan ba ku bia na nse am ko ye as a man of God. Afi ewie ye so sika kura no nkonya na ayepa to dodo na ye nya na wo se busu apani se bo se
ko
koduru a me pese na
eshebo
it's not force ya ta konya
it's not force it's not force and the family now they decided
na nipa na wuo na ye ba gina busu afọ konya wa so dem ho no de ya na me kamene mo nya adwe nipa na ti ase no mo ja konya amane nto
it's not force
so no wuo wie na okro no
on say sa nkonwa ne nyema ayeto no to da bi kura ayeto ane atwo nipa ne din agu ho ya say ya eno be ye nka dum bi say
exactly
e bia na anti asomasi wa ha enti ono ne firi ho no
obusani bi okro ma atini ba sa so le say bi we de
bebre let me top drums no me ade ebi timi top drums ebi kura was o ma hu say church na awia no we na bontu de mekwa akọtọ abehim eno ne de nka munu senka enye case bia
yana anso a o de behim o
Oh, na say anso anan kwanya no wo na wo beka
so the chama say bia kwanya 20
oh eno de mi
aso bia no be twama
no be da say bia chat ni twama
da bi na me cho say ni minimum so ko ba so bia no be twama
I say me kwanya 20
we don't do that
aso bia to collection na no 20
da bi eno kra na yen to collection wa so because mo ana mo se mo de beba because all to collection na man for na e ba be contribute say na busan na de aba na me cho say all to collection na asore no me nje busan
yes na do
there be titi
e me ntonko be function na
and I don't know about me decide but what I know is that wa ba asore mo person mo be ma asore na ye me to collection na ye mfa ma na be fa be say na nyo na o ye but o be a ye family na decide say ye pese ye we e de be che mo kwa after a month or 2-3 which media ede
ama ko dan kan na
oh yeah that can say so no nyam temasem na what so and by nyankopon so chirin kwase afo bo she and you can't be chirin kwase abo she was so
but me kwa de
so that is maybe what they do but it's the wrong thing I mean because untimi ma sorry now na sorry no member bia ono kra onya busuani no oba be resist say nyanya mo ye okay sorry nyina na
friends de wo no na busua na yankofo
enti obusua na yankofo bu a o aso dem bo sama ko bu a o aso dem onye busuani onye yonko
enti wo no so rekoto
da bi aso dem so bu a o no hu ni say o bi aso enti the fact is that allow the family e bi a mo pe o ye pese ye penti ehei edihye yate radin shiramo munya kwan a ma ba ba ye enya second former second lady ni no wife papa Samira mo bi otumi chi o
oh yes Samira
mo bi pons di otumi chi
in fact
no chi pons
no ho nka se efe
o ne ho de efe
mo fe pa
na fulani for mo fe o fulani for e ma no ajai fulani maya abi wo mo fe pa fulani maya wo fe
na Samira nso aye one part of we are as a opusi o se brebia ne papa di nkomo wa papa ka se Samira akra no ne sunsu me kuta in politics no kwa mood sini
so I see the papa na ukra paper e de akata ne enim say no but the former presiding bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana Ora Awotwe Pratt then I see the former bishop for Accra Diocese and Bishop Osabute then there is another picture Eba lady be Twenumana can we pick the sound okay MCR momame sound
You never keep her down. She's a lover, she's a mother, she's a friend, and she's a wife, but she's a sparrow when she's broken, but she's a eagle when she's leading
Eh, ben kasa.
Omo said any me.
O pese come here.
Ah, what is one pass? Afeni ekosi efuni. Na efunu dadekem. Afeni she is the. Come obi nyino, am kuradwe. Odi e kan wani o. Me say ofa. Asante fo su twamyom. Ye kuradu ni ano na ti o. Ye anu ma. Omo wo bi dampem na mami kuradu man kura no obia o mami dada kam ye de Ghana flag atwa no asia sei we man kura de e man say omo ete omo ntem boyi ba bia mami ko bia odi nachi na anu ade yi asi
ba na ka usu
asante ma fo yi ba this time ka usu kura ma omo kura patao o je
fama nyame
o da usu
no wa je ho
e ba show kwada ka ho o de to de sa na mo no say
ya bo yesu ya bo yesu
na je mo sa na kwada ka ho no wa je na kwada ka ho
mami se kuradu ba
na o ko
e be ni ye ntini na
o se kuradu papa ye gwatie no ya fo yesu na musu
dabi
obi a wa do su da fo mu ne hwan
obantade
na
mami ya ni wo
that day no crowd even find that day and they there or the whole last hour tiba na nka usu ya yire so na mahama crowd ba no be ka che jesu
me show
appointment
na wa bi no
appointment hold nyabotre ye ma appointment
I don't agree with you.
Oh Reverend
ofa me say
ye dey no I can for
my abo for be
I for you be ko na ka ma me no be ko
when they go in when my role is abrabo wa do boy nyame esira ni wo wu bie mo
ye no be ko no uka na yie na so ka na fie tu ko duru asie ho na unyame nko
say ofei obenyu obi so atwanwom ye kunadu ye kunadu no ayi akafu ye fe wofa na enka obi wa hezi so apa obi dadakem akwa ma yi body she no bi se wokumase ofa ochira Saturday o de o
somebody my
that be she's we usu na omo kro we ya so mu na we ya so mu na usu ye my
bimja hwani o akoro ko de na medi o
ya fo yi
ya mamere no
ya mamere no o ka jo se obi wu a ese osumunu no
Reverend eno sa twe ko ohun bi o uni bio
my yenti obey MC aboma me sound na but I totally disagree.
To establish a home and raise children of her own in dignity. Kwame Nkrumah officially assumed office as Prime Minister in 1952, and with Nana Konnedu's father, his extensive business and managerial experience within the UAC, he was headhunted by the Nkrumah administration to run the government's business sector in Accra. The Aduanaba family therefore settled into the rich community, and with education a major priority in the Aduanaba family household, all Aduanaba children of school-going age continued their education. Nana Konnedu Aduanaba attended Progress School, Mrs. Sam's School, for her infant primary education, where, for the first time, she would come into contact with a boy called Jerry John. After 2 years in Mrs. Sam's School, she continued to Ghana International School and then to Achimota School in September 1961 at the age of 12. She found, to her annoyance, that Jerry John The boy from Mrs. Sam's Progress School was in her class and noticeably bright. Achimota School had separate provisions for Catholic and Protestant worship. Nana Kanedu attended Protestant worship because she had been raised Protestant. Jerry John, on the other hand, was Catholic, but she recounts that at the age of 15, in Protestant choir practice, Jerry John suddenly showed up to join the Protestant choir. It was much later that she would find out that Jerry John had no interest in being part of the choir. He had joined the choir to be close to her. Halfway through the year of 1966, Nana Kanedu Agyemang and Jerry John completed their GCE O levels at Achimota. While Nana went on to do her A-levels, Jerry John decided to pursue his lifelong dream of becoming an Air Force pilot. In 1967, Jerry John enlisted as a flight cadet in the Ghana Air Force and later won the Speedy Bird Trophy. Nana Kanedu Agyemang went on to the University of Science and Technology after her A-levels. And it was at the University of Science and Technology that Nana Kanedu, the student political activist, was born. Up until this point in her life, Nana Kanedu had never really been interested in the activism of any kind. However, she soon found herself deeply engaged in student-led movements to address the growing culture of corruption in the country. In 1969, she stood for elections and became a member of the Students' Representative Council, the SRC. Nana Kanedu went on to serve on the National Union of Ghana Students. Nana Kanedu graduated with honors in graphic design and applied arts in 1972 from the University of Science and Technology and began her career at the Ghana Tourist Board. Subsequently accepted a position with the Union Trading Company, one of the largest trading companies in Ghana at the time, rising to group manager a few years later. In 1975, she earned a diploma in interior decoration at the London College of Arts. After years of courting amidst Ghana's socioeconomic upheavals, Nana Kanedu Agyemang and Jerry John Rawlings were married at Ridge Church on January the 29th, 1977. Both in their late 20s, Nana Kanedu was a group manager still at UTC, while Jerry John was a young pilot officer with the Ghana Air Force. As Nana Kanedu traveled outside of Accra on assignment for the UTC, she came face to face with the true horrors of poverty as it gravely affected our nation's women and children. In small towns, she worked in the gated communities of the beautiful UTC compounds, where she managed the interior design of all corporate housing units reserved for executives, mostly Europeans and their families. Each housing unit was fully equipped with luxury amenities in well-furnished, British-inspired architecture and bungalows. Though she worked within the compound, she was deeply affected by the local people who lived outside the compound walls. Their plight was impossible to ignore, and it was difficult to fathom what future lay ahead for them and their children. She could not ignore these women she saw in rural Ghana. They left an indelible mark on her mind, heart, and soul. With the second coming of JJ on 31st December 1981, that ushered in the 31st December Revolution, Nana Konadu was catapulted into the position of First Lady of Ghana. She made it her life's mission to ensure that women would be empowered, so that they too can contribute equally to nation building and be part of the decision-making of Ghana at every level of our society. So, in 1983, Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings and several like-minded women established the 31st December Women's Movement, and the objective of empowering women socially, politically, economically, and culturally to play their rightful role in our national life. As First Lady in 1982, at the time of scarcity, and at the young age of 34, Nana Konadu was also building a family. Her first child was born in June 1978, at the height of Ghana's socioeconomic decline, and was named Zenato, let the darkness end, in the Ewe language, symbolizing the state of Ghana at the time. The children who followed Zenato were born in the 1980s, where Nana Konadu juggled effectively her role as mother and wife and her role as activist First Lady. Taking frequent work travels to the rural areas meant that Nana Konadu was not a woman who intended to live a life of luxury as a First Lady. There was work to be done. It is therefore not surprising that one of her key phrases was, "Pregnancy is not an illness," as she got on with her work in the rural areas during her pregnancies. Imbuing her children with her own upbringing, she balanced a strict, disciplined disposition with laughter and love. Very conscious of the political reasons that brought about the 4th of June 1979 uprising and the 31st December Revolution, Nana Konadu and her husband were very intentional in keeping her children grounded. Airs, arrogance, and a sense of entitlement were not tolerated in the Rawlings household. Having come from a home that practiced strong family values, she imparted those qualities to her children, raising them in an environment that espoused patriotism, honesty, duty, forthrightness, and courage. Growing the 31st December Women's Movement was not without its obstacles. However, encouraged by the enthusiasm of women around the country who were open to transforming their lives, Nana Konadu persevered with her mission. The organization, over the years, grew to nearly 2 million members across Ghana, embracing women irrespective of social standing, profession, religion, marital status, or ethnicity. Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings is widely credited with mobilizing and encouraging more women to exercise their franchise at all levels of political participation, from district assembly elections to presidential and parliamentary contests. Under the leadership of Nana Kanedu Agyemang Rawlings, the movement received wide recognition both nationally and internationally for its contribution to issues concerning women. Her political struggle provoked the promulgation of several monumental social legislations under the PNDC government, with its flagship PNDCL 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, and Article 28, subsection 1 of the 1992 Constitution, also reflected in the Children's Act 650. Over the next 30 years, the organization's projects included family planning education programs, which benefited more than 240 communities, the construction of boreholes in guinea worm-infested areas to support several dozen rural communities, afforestation programs with the target of planting several thousand trees in 3 communities in the northern parts of Ghana, the establishment of daycare centers to offer preschool training facilities for children, and the launching of prenatal, postnatal, and child immunization programs in conjunction with the Ministry of Health of Ghana. From the large cities to the smallest villages, Nana Kanedu Agyemang Rawlings embraced the duty to serve the least privileged and to stand beside those who felt left behind and marginalized. Away from the news headlines, the movement became a critical lifeline for many women and families across the country, creating a blueprint for the next generation of advocacy groups and development-focused non-profit organizations. With the decision for Ghana to return to multi-party democracy, Nana Kanedu advocated for the creation of a new political party that would reflect the pervading political consciousness of Ghana. She believed that the party should further reflect the revolutionary ideals that had been the driving force of what got Ghana out of socioeconomic turmoil under the leadership of Jerry John Rawlings. This was to be a party born from the ideals of probity,
MCR, what my na home, just a quick one. Ya ba na ya mametwa so.
Dear come
and for its candidate, Jerry John Rawlings, who went on to win the 1992 and 1996 general elections and was sworn in as Ghana's first president of the Fourth Republic, with Nana Kanedu Agyemang Rawlings, his wife, as First Lady. Nana Kanedu Agyemang Rawlings did not slow down as First Lady of the Republic of Ghana. She worked even harder. With the establishment of the First Lady's office, a distinction between her First Lady's responsibilities and her work as president of the 31st December Women's Movement was created, even though they sometimes overlapped. At the Fourth World Conference on Women in Beijing in 1995, Nana Kanedu Agyemang Rawlings expressed her deep concern for the girl child in particular. She stressed, "For us in Africa, the girl child is a special concern. Hers is the future that is often negated right from birth, and hers is therefore the life that must be salvaged. We must therefore give her education that empowers, education that gives skills, and education that build self-confidence. This declaration followed her relentless advocacy efforts, which contributed Ghana becoming in 1991 the first nation to approve the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. It was for this reason that she sacrificed so much of her own life, standing tall for as long as she had the strength, irrespective of the risk that accompanied her work. For Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings, it was imperative never to lose sight of the privilege she possessed and the platform upon which she stood to touch as many lives as she could. Committed to peace on the continent, she hosted the first West African sub-regional conference on the Africa's First Ladies Peace Mission, themed African Women Strive for Peace, at the Accra International Conference Center in July 1998. She did this in her capacity as the first vice chairperson of West African First Ladies. This summit was inspired by the 1995 Beijing conference, where Nana Konadu played a pivotal role in highlighting the plight of the African women and the girl child. Alongside her work to uplift women and children, Nana Konadu was central to the continuity and growth of the National Democratic Congress. She supported candidates that showed interest in running for constituency seats by providing support and political guidance, culminating in their electoral victories. Working with other leading members of the NDC, she was instrumental in establishing the NDC's presence in university campuses and identifying young people in politics who she schooled on real politics. Amidst all of her political hurdles while the NDC was in opposition, Nana Konadu remained steadfast in her political convictions. She continued her work on women's empowerment and child education, while continuously mobilizing the grassroots over their 8 years in opposition and preparing the ground for the upcoming 2008 general and parliamentary elections. She volunteered as a polling agent many times, one of which was at the controversial Osu Presby polling station in the 2008 general elections. Nana Konadu ran in the NDC National Executive elections in 2009 and won with a landslide victory to become the first female vice chairperson of the party in 2011. She resigned as vice chair to run in the primaries for the position as flag bearer, challenging the leadership at the time. She made history as the first woman to challenge a sitting president for the NDC's presidential flag bearership at the party's congress in Sunyani, although she was unsuccessful. Not one to be deterred from her convictions, she stayed true to the ideals of probity and accountability, and with others established the National Democratic Party in October 2012 and became the party's presidential candidate in the 2016 general election. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings' work in women's empowerment, advocacy, and leadership made Ghana's presence on the global stage a light that transcended borders. From the National Population Conference in Accra in 1989, the Fourth Regional Conference on the Integration of Women in Development in Abuja, Nigeria in 1989, the 5th Annual John Hopkins International Philanthropy Fellows Conference in Accra in 1993, the International Conference on Population and Development in Cairo, Egypt in 1993, to the preparatory meeting for the Beijing Conference in Dakar, Senegal in 1994. She participated in and contributed to both national and international conferences on issues of national and global concern. Similarly, she had the opportunity to lend her voice to impactful and forward-looking resolutions that emerged from conferences such as the International Atomic Energy Agency Patrons Meeting in Vienna, Austria in 1994, the United Nations Fourth Conference on Women in Beijing in 1995, First West African Sub-Regional Conference on the African First Ladies Peace Mission in 1998, the International Conference on Population and Development in The Hague, Netherlands in 1998, and the extraordinary session of the Crans Montana Forum on Africa in Brussels in 2010. Even while out of office, she continued her work for women's empowerment by continuing to campaign for women and ensuring the electoral victories of female parliamentary candidates across the political divide. Konedu. For Nana Konedu Adjumani-Rawlings, she stepped onto the global stage as a woman who dedicated her life to being the voice of the voiceless, a global voice for equality, and a leader who empowered generations. Her life was about finding an inner resolve to fight through every challenge till the end, just as in her name, Kunadu. Among her significant publications are the Japanese cooperation with the 31st December Women's Movement, the development of Ghana's women's attire from 1700 to 1900, and effective design work and interior design. She is also the author of It Takes a Woman.
So of I mean say bibi say you kuna ni ba kotia na ba kotia no geze bibi
say the say bibi
sa
say bibi pa because one ba be bonsa na one dey be bonsa
oh no say nie e da ya akoso awadofo odobro nu nso wadofo enti we ye kuna ni di obebonso ano yo odobro ni obebodin yo akoso obebodin eni nti enka na me ba
akunafo bi no bi asini plan na
o da bi aye
yes kan ye ready ehun say ye boy no media you see
oh da bi say of aye de say ye ya say wo kokoje bosia de ye we ya wo be ma busuafo re hunu say me koje bosia say me de ye we aye ni nyina ba ya ti obi abosia ama no e ka ba ya che enfa so ba ya hunu de be ye enti aye de ye nyina ye ya bom enti odobro ni oye kunani wote ya akoso asewa oye kunani wote ha enti lumba matia enti echi a kunani ba kunie de oba be bonsa no odobro no obo ne nsa obo ne din akoso asewa ne obo ne nsa obo ne din nanka ye nyina ya ye ne kama akokra be fe kunafo bienu ya wo mo ye wo mo suwa no makoba mo no masa obi kura betuma bisa no ma kunafo mi no bibisa no ma kunafo mi enu odobro ni akoso
yes kan na na ya chama
ofaram se sika
ni sika dia dede ye nyina sika ya ni hiu wo hie ni ye wo hie ni awu a ya twene wo manso wana nka be ye kuna na
se sika ne de ofa de tense ye wi a obi aka obo ni atiama no
okay
akoso se wa bo ka se ni atiama
ma yemfa birthday kakra na ye wi a ye be kwa ko first state barrier kakra na ya sorry so so birthday dedications and comma soft mame efo akofo soft mame afo akofo from Reverend J Kwabena Akofo ono a husband Kofi the other assistant singer band chaplain azaf mame ready shout na onye okese pa kisi obeye kese right Another birthday dedication, Mrs. Lydia Danso Mensa from Nananya Kon. I will show happy birthday. And of course, WO1 and Chibosia Kon from Susanna in UK. I will show WO1 Warrant Officer Class 1 and Chibosia Kon a happy birthday. Another birthday in command Michelle or Seth from Pong. Oh, I do see a production and we do any Bay Nation and your one A nation. We move back because that is production. Minimum production. Michelle, happy birthday to you. This is when you move here. Anyway, Susan appear. Wilbur Force or say to wishing you a happy birthday. And Suzanne, enjoy your day. Hawa Zidani Seidu from OJ Zidani and Little King wishing Hawa Zidani Seidu a happy birthday. Inshra and Adum from Ohima, mother of Nyanchrenia say, or she Inshrani Adum, we enter for I'm more fair. A happy birthday, Radin Shram. Madame Loretta introduced come from Aisha Foster. Aisha, right? Aisha Foster. Or she Loretta introduced a happy birthday. Sounds so Kusi Bernard says Kito, and your birthday. Kusi Bernard, happy birthday to you. Say Kito. Wafaya Amponsa of Krofa Ahimfie. Hey Krofa, Ujambo Amaunia, I will show happy birthday to you. Krofa, Radin Shao, now on your Cassia of Amponsa. Florence Kusi Nyantang from Enoch Upuku husband. Happy birthday. And of course, may the Lord be with you. Madame E.A.C. Donko from staff of Winneba M.A. Primary School, wishing Madame E.A.C. Donko a happy birthday. And Madame Boatema from Simon Opogwe Free. Boatema, today is your birthday. Have fun and enjoy your day, and may the Lord continue to bless you. Mrs. Miriam Sewa Akoto from Children and Nancy Ewoshe Miriam Sewa Akoto a happy birthday. And of course Nana Joa Frema Apia Kwadwa Apia, your father wishing you a happy birthday. Usua Esther Ej from Alatiari. Usua Alatiari say on your birthday nya Alatiaria or Bellatiario. And happy birthday to you, Usua. And of course Pastor Peter Kenmenu from GTTI Kwa Aboweshe. Pastor Peter Ken Menu a happy birthday. On that note, therefore I better say and quick show. So mom fan to sobra DJ Godfred babetwa no de nyum dewa bremu no. On TV there e be mamo Nana Krendwaj Rollins ye ni kakra. But on radio, DJ Godfred at the mobile twasso and I'll pay Yamamu the best.
Mom, you championed the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child and fought relentlessly for the dignity and self-reliance of women. You were never just advocating, you were doing. You will be remembered as a woman of action. Your legacy resonates far beyond our family. The movement you led, and your unwavering pursuit of equality will continue to shape Ghana for generations. As we grow older, we came to understand your uncompromising, kind, and relentless nature more deeply. You lived your values without reservation, believing that actions were either right or wrong, and never settled for the uncommitted gray space in between. This clarity, rare in politics, made you an exceptional leader. You taught by example that doing nothing was never acceptable. Your conviction and insistence on action gave courage to the countless women and inspired a nation's democratic process. You lived a life of remarkable courage and resilience, Mom. You lived with an energy that was both generous and exacting, both full of knowledge and mystery. Time spent with you was always a lesson. To those who knew you, you were a visionary with sharp instincts. You had a way of seeing possibilities others missed. You brought hope to the end of every day, even through the sheer intensity of it all. Our Father trusted you completely because you had an unfailing ability to perceive purpose and possibility. You discerned readiness long before he did. Your vision and strength reflected in every milestone he reached. You were far more than a right hand. You were strategic, clear-minded, and unwavering. You were strategic, clear-minded, and unwavering. You and Dad were in truth one another's partner. You were one another's pillars. As a mother, you were our protector, our advocate, our confidant, and most importantly, our friend. As a grandmother, you were incredible. You were funny, generous, playful, wise, strict, trendy, and above all else, kind. You always found time for your grandchildren and understood each of them with remarkable insight. Your witty remarks, animated storytelling, and even your occasional blastings are dearly missed. Our chats and the joy of watching you dance to music, videos of your favorite artists, brought warmth and laughter into our lives. Your joie de vivre was found in the simple things, the embrace of family, good music, and dance. Mom, Queen of our hearts, your legacy lives on through the lessons you taught us, the love you shared, and the example you set. We borrow your shared strength of spirit. We are illuminated in the purity of your essence, consoled by the knowledge that your soul's mission is for a higher realm. For us, your 4 children, we will avowedly seek to sink our feet into the footsteps of your gallant ways, and with divine grace, emulate your dignified dance through life. We love and miss you, Mom. We love and miss you, Dad, so much. Thank you.
God bless you. We now take the tribute by the 31st December Women's Movement. Thank you.
Nana Kunedu stood as a symbol of African womanhood. Tribute to Her Excellency Nana Kunedu Rawlings by the 31st December Women's Movement. With hearts weighed by sorrow yet uplifted with gratitude, we, the women of 31st December Women's Movement, gather to honor the memory of our founder, our leader, our mother, Her Excellency Nana Kunedu Rawlings. Her sudden demise is not only a loss to our organization, but also a profound loss to our nation, Ghana, to Africa, and to all who believe in the power, dignity, and potential of women and children. Her passing brings up deep sorrow, yet we are comforted by the promise of Scripture. The memory of the righteous is blessed. Proverbs 10:7. Indeed, the memory of Her Excellency Nana Kunedu Rawlings is a blessing to all of us. Her Excellency Nana Kunedu Rawlings' vision was bold. At a time when many women in Ghana were confined by limited opportunities and social constraints, she dared to perceive a nation where women could rise, lead, and transform their communities. She believed that women were not just supporters of development, but believed that the women were not just supporters of development, but drivers of development. With that conviction, she built a movement that reshaped the social and psychological landscape of our country. Her Excellency's work did not end at grassroots empowerment. She was a fierce and fearless advocate of systemic change. She understood the true empowerment required legal and policy reforms that protected the vulnerable and upheld justice. Her relentless advocacy contributed greatly to the passage of the Interstate Succession Law, PNDCL 111 of 1985, which ensured fair inheritance rights for widows and children. Through her tireless efforts in 1991, Ghana became the first Ghana became the first nation globally to ratify the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child and UNCRC. She championed the Children's Act, a groundbreaking piece of legislation that secured the rights and welfare of children across Ghana. These laws stand today as living testaments to her courage and commitment, and help many women